Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to Star Wars New Republic, Episode 7. Okay, during the last session, the heroes was actually interrupted by some sort of a guest, a new guest, which apparently seems to be having some sort of
Holas.
powers, and as this particular person actually approached Sigismund and said that Sigismund actually portrayed some sort of power within himself, which Sigismund doesn't actually know. And it was actually during this time that Sigismund actually brought her to actually meet the others, which actually stranded on the hangar bay port A. And it was here that Takarr Jin was actually unsure whether this person could actually be trustworthy. And then after that decided to actually use his minimal or minor force powers against a more experienced force user. But she was actually pulling her punches. Then after realizing that she was actually stronger than he was, that's when he actually stopped. But she does not want to abuse the power of the force, as she was trained previously by Master Mace Windu, which apparently has gone missing to a planet known as Dantooine or Dathomir. And it's actually her job to actually find him and also train these new force-sensitive children, which is probably going to be under her tutelage. And it is here that on the planet of Batu, the heroes are still trying to figure out what needs to be done. How are they going to get this ship flying to the next world, to the next system? All tasks actually has been done. Chen-Chio have actually found Takarr Jin and Sigismund. The only thing she needs to do now is either to actually bring them to either the planet of Dantooine, to one of its ancient Jedi temples, or to Dathomir to seek out perhaps the Night Sisters, to seek their guidance and see if it was visible, or if you actually can find any of the willing Night Sisters to actually do so. But now, on the ship itself, on the next day, A-55, after looking into the situation that you've been experiencing, there seems to be some sort of unknown holocron embedded deep into your system, deep inside your body, by Mace Windu. You're unsure what it was. All this time, brought that whole many years, ever since the Dark Times, ever since the rise of the Empire, ever since to the new, ever since towards the Rebel Alliance war on the first Death Star and the second Death Star, it seems that what was actually inside of you was actually a Sith and a Jedi holocron mixed together. But Chen-Chio is actually able to actually retrieve it, but her technological know-how is still mundane. You would need to actually have both somebody which is actually good in technology and one in the force to actually retrieve it from inside the chest itself. A-55, you got two actions. What do you want to do?
Am I able to assist with guiding the force user to remove the crystal?
You can assist. However, you can assist another person which is really good in technology to actually open it. You're unable to use your own technology skill to remove it. You need to talk to one of the person here on this ship, which you believe could assist or help.
Is it safe to remove? It's like it's not powering you or anything, is it?
It's
Only one way
not.
to find out.
However, I'm afraid the integrity of the holocron might be compromised if we do it wrong.
Well, it is.
By the way, I have a new voice modded chip implanted, so you'll be able to hear me better.
Yes, that is what you were doing earlier.
I would highly suggest maybe Logain and Takar and Chen-Chio if you can try. Logain is really good at technology, if I remember correctly.
Well, just out of curiosity, do we need to extract it now? It seems to be in a safe location.
it doesn't have to be extracted now. But if you are, I met the first of my tasks, which was meet old Windu, but according to this Jedi Chen-Chio, he's no longer on this planet.
I mean, I could try to take A-55's apart, one part at a time, but I have to download his consciousness into another droid's body temporarily. Thus, the integrity of his memory and everything will not be compromised. And I'm
Roll
gonna
for inside DC-10 login.
okay. Inside DC-10, is it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I go up to A55, lean down, and I tap the holocron. And it's like, does it hurt?
Okay.
No,
Alright,
it doesn't.
Okay.
Hmm.
You tap on the chest of A55, touching the holocron, this ancient, unknown holocron, like Takarr Jin. But for A55, it doesn't hurt at all. Does it? But again, when you actually think about it, you actually thought about taking A55 apart slowly and slowly. You can do that if you have the proper facility to do it on this small little ship without the proper tools and the proper facility and everything else. You're most likely gonna be destroying him rather than trying to revive him or try to save him. You might accidentally fry his memory core, and or he'll probably forget everything and have to restart all over again.
Basically, like you see Logain just look left and right, and he's like, but unfortunately, I can't do it on this ship because this is not a droid factory nor a droid maintenance facility. This is a ship. I'll most likely fry him than actually, anything else. So we're gonna have to locate in either an abandoned or a functioning droid repair facility. Somewhere on this rock there gotta be, one that we can use.
This window that everyone seems to be after. Would he have some type of facility at his house? I mean, after all, if he's the one who put it inside you, I would imagine he would be the one who would know how to take it out.
That would be logical. There is one more thing I need to share with you all. Ever since I got pushed by Chen-Chio, I remembered something else. There is something else inside of me as well.
It seems your voice module chip seems to be echoing.
Echoing.
If it's meant to do that, that is a neat feature. But I thought I should let you know.
Not to mention that his voice changed. He no longer sounds robotic anymore, Takarr Jin. After Chen-Chio push A55, it's as if his modulator seems to actually have a different tone to it. No longer Android.
I want to look him over. It's like,
not only that.
Is he becoming a real boy?
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
I looked at my hands, and I looked at my hands, and they still look mechanical, and I say, nope, still all metal. But I do remember something else when I got pushed. And maybe it would be of interest to you since you are all Force users. I have something you may be interested in. It's called a Kyber Crystal. It was also stored away in my chassis.
How about can I approach the A55 then?
Yes, you can.
Oh my god. Why I cannot? Hold on.
Can you move your token? Oh,
Herbert,
you're multiplying.
Can you delete this one? I can't control this one.
How come? Oh yeah, you are rechange.
Oh, you're huge. We should call you Lady Chen now.
I approach him. I approach A55 and I try to touch.
Oh
To
god.
feel the no. Do not take my word out of context. I try to feel the Kyber Crystal in him that he proclaimed to have within him. That he proclaimed to have within him.
That he proclaimed to actually have within him. Yes, you can. You touch his chest. You try to actually sense whatever he said, a Kyber crystal. If it was any other Kyber crystal, you can actually sense it. If it actually is actually within his system. Roll for let's see now, Kyber crystal, blah blah blah. This Kyber crystal. Roll for charisma saving throw.
Since I'm next to her, would I be able to assist her?
You're not really trained in it, but you're not even touching A55. So, okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. Okay. Chen-Chio, you put your hand on A55 chest. You concentrate. You meditate, trying to actually sense. You try to actually sense the energy coming from it. It's not only you're not really using the wisdom of it, but you're actually using charismatic sense to actually sense the energy coming from within him. You sense it. You sense a slight energy, slight force, but you neither felt that it's either neither dark nor light. But you do sense it. It's within him, but it's actually deep for the inside, other than the holocron that's actually on his chest. But you're not too sure what is actually powering this droid, but he does have it, and it is telling the truth. Okay, while you were doing that, while you spend your time doing that, Krow, while you're actually on the ship, you actually assisted in actually looking into his system, but also making sure that Norvick doesn't do anything stupid like drinking any more poisonous water or consuming any poisonous food. So you spend your time with A55 to make sure that he's actually well and actually able to stand on his 2 feet. And it was here during this time that Sigismund actually brought back this lady, As Chen-Chio-Opame, which actually bears some sort of resemblance to other people that you've met and throughout your time all heard during the stories of the New Republic. Notably, one of them is actually Luke Skywalker, the more famous Jedi Knight that everybody actually knows. But this is the first time you actually see somebody else other than Luke Skywalker on the ship that's actually able to use the power of the Force that actually pushes A55 off the ship and almost actually pushing Takarr Jin to the wall. So, Krow, you got 2 actions. What do you want to do?
Well, first of all, Crow's on his chair, so he's gonna wake up because he's been asleep this entire time.
Yes.
He's gonna step out. Hey, you guys having fun back here? What are we doing?
Okay, who do you talk to?
Everyone's just silent.
Just everyone in general.
Oh,
Just giving her a look like, cool to me in the dark. That's great.
I turn around and say, "We are violating vibes. Want to join?"
No, I don't.
Okay, since we have this issue of a holocron within the droid, and we need a proper droid facility, why don't we look for one? There's bound to be one droid facility that nobody used on this rock.
Droid facility.
I look at Crow and go, as long as you guys don't treat me like a loot pinata, I'd be more than willing to get these items out of me.
Hey man,
A55, I wouldn't dream of it.
Crow, since we're all coming out here, you wouldn't happen to be a Force user as well, would you?
No, he's still a little bit tired. He's like rubbing his eyes and everything. No, not me.
Pity, but otherwise, this has been a most interesting day.
It looks to me like my day's just started.
Well, anyway, there seems to be a discussion whether for some people want to tear apart A55, and others seem to be more inclined just waiting. What would you fall under?
I start walking over A55. How's he looking right now?
Well, a few dents here and there after
perfectly
the
fine,
Force push, but he's okay.
Looks like you guys already torn apart enough. I say you just leave him how he is. I'd prefer not to have put him back together.
Okay, right, Krow, the action to do, your last action before going to the next one.
I'll just not use that action for now. Just stand by, awaiting for whatever happens next.
Okay. All right. While you're actually checking and looking into A55, while this lady known as Chen-Chio is actually meditating, still touching his chest. Hey, Norvick, directions for you. After the ship, you actually rested. After talking to Jarrell, she seems to be even more worried the moment actually Chen-Chio actually came into the scene using her force powers, which might attract even more attention to you and to the rest of the crew, but most likely towards the droid. What do you do?
Yeah, I just say to myself, I might need to, have another conversation about some stuff to her. So I head over to where Crow is and say, thank you for healing me of curing me of the poison of drinking bad water. For compensation, I'll give you 10 credits. And when I go to fives, I'll give him an extra 10 credits to say thank you.
Even though you scared the piss out of me, I did my job for you. Won't have it any other way. Glad you're okay.
Yeah, thank you. But you might need some funds to probably restock your chemist or something. I don't know what you do.
Maybe.
Yeah, so he's 10 credits.
Okay. After that, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to Jorel and whisper, everything is gonna be okay. Trust in me. And reassure her everything will be fine and everything will blow over.
Okay. Alright, you don't have to roll for persuasion for that.
Yeah.
It's like she knows very well. Okay,
Yeah.
while you're actually talking to Jarrell, she's actually like busy looking into the hyperdrive and wanting to actually make sure that it's actually in working order, just in case you need to fly this ship away from the system, whether the ship is badly damaged or not, just in case.
Yeah.
As then, while you actually assure her, Takarr Jin, you actually look at Chen-Chio, with also Norvick standing behind you, talking to Jarrell, making sure that everything will be fine. You're unsure what they're actually talking about. Well, we actually sense that when you look at Chen-Chio, you actually sense that there is a slight energy coming from within A55, but without actually standing, while you're standing there, actually feeling it, you're not touching the chassis or the droid. You can actually roll for your charisma saving throw.
Saving throw? Okay.
Yes, charisma saving throw.
Oh, okay. I don't die, I hope.
Sigismund, you can also roll for your charisma saving throw from where you're sitting. Okay. Alright, ignoring the puppies and so on. So, okay, charisma actually say. And it's like, well, actually, Chen-Chio actually sense it. You actually sense it, you actually sense the energy coming from A55 is actually more immense, actually stronger. It's like, other than sensing this holocron that he actually mentioned, you can sense the energy coming from inside. It's not dark, it's not light, but it seems to be somewhere within the gray area. And you think to yourself, if this droid can harbor a Kyber Crystal and also a holocron, roll for insight.
Ooh.
You think to yourself, droids have no control. They have no control over the Force. Only living matter or living things can control the Force. You think to yourself, maybe A55 couldn't because it's still a droid. Other than that, it's done. Nothing else you can think of. What's your last action?
Me? Thinking, it's like, the Force is the pathway to many things, abilities that some may consider unnatural. So perhaps A55 is becoming something else. I'm very curious about it.
Can I
Very
make
curious about it.
Wait, Aizen. Wait for Takarr Jin first.
I'm still sort of yawning and like I'm tired. it's been a long day and I'm sort of exhausted now, but this sort of pull, this energy has me very I'm very interested about it because I've never quite felt anything like it. So I'm going to go up and say, and just go up and say, do you mind for a moment? I think I can sense something. It's odd. And I'm going to put my arm on his chest. Chassis. Don't mind.
As long as you don't kiss anything, we're
Flat.
fine.
Takarr Jin. Flat is justice, by the way, in his case.
I immediately grab his hand and clasp it in mine and say, "It is okay." It's like
Will you marry me?
it's
Yeah,
okay. I am quite exhausted. Then I'll put his hand back down. Then put my hand back on his chassis.
Okay.
Oh, you friend zoned here.
All right. Why you do that? What do you want to do?
I want to sense like where it's coming from, like inside him. That sounds weird to say out loud, but
Okay. This doesn't really require the use of the force anymore. Okay. Just roll for technology.
technology.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You can sense it from within, but you're not too sure where is it. If the holocron is within the chassis, within his chest, then it's a Kyber crystal. You're not too sure. What are you actually doing that? While you and Chen-Chio actually meditating on that, which both of you actually touching his chest. Okay, Logain. You can see Chen-Chio and Takarr Jin actually closing their eyes, putting their hands on A55 chest, while A55 just stood there, letting them do it. What do you do?
Can I make a history to recall
Lore.
lore regarding infamous droids who may have used the Force, like example General Grievous or something?
General Grievous is not a force user. Roll for lore disadvantage because there's no such thing.
Okay. Or where are you? Oh, here we are. Disadvantage. Might get lucky. Yet again, I'm not that lucky.
No. Yes. Try to think about was there anybody or any droid that actually use the force? None. None do you know of. You know the history. You know of General Grievous. General Grievous does wield a lightsaber. Everybody knows that General Grievous knows how to use a lightsaber. But he is just a droid that just know how to use a lightsaber. That's it. But he doesn't actually carry, or actually he doesn't even know how to use the Force. General Grievous is not a droid in particular. He is actually a living thing put inside an android body because he was dying. And that's about it. He's not really a droid. A droid is like C-3PO, R2-D2, and many other droids that doesn't have any living tissues inside of them. But A55 is a pure droid. It's pure robot. So other than that, they don't know any other droid they can actually use the force. Okay, last action.
Since they're basically both meditating, I look into at Krow and Norvick and just say to them, so what's the decision right now? Should we stay in the harbor, pay for, another day, or
Another 100 credits. Actually, 200 credits gone, actually. 2 days.
Yeah. Should we,
3 days.
stay in the harbor, pay another 100 credit per day?
So who's paying the 200 credits then? For the landing fees. Actually, it's just maintenance landing fees.
I look up from our mini Golden Girls script hug and say, well, if we know where this old window is on these other planets, if the ship is space-worthy, we could just go there. We don't have to stay here now.
We are space-worthy, but I highly advise against direct combat. The ship is practically glued together with whatever material I found in your village, Takarr Jin. And unless I get my hands on a proper maintenance facility, this thing can fly, it can navigate space, but in combat, we're gonna draw the short straw and get shot down from the first shot.
Not really.
Hmm.
So we're back to full health of the frame. The engines are working. We're just working on the hyperdrive, and that's it.
Oh, I know. As a player, I know that, but I was saying that in character, saying we are space worthy, we can do whatever, but not direct combat.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I was just like role playing
Yeah.
the whole thing. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, back to the whole thing.
Yeah. But everything is fine. We have it's up to Takarr Jin. You want to stay here or not? But I don't mind flying. He's got a good reason. We can fly there and repair, so it's all good. So
I
Mhm.
mean,
I think we should. I think we shouldn't stay here too long, just in case the shenanigans we got up to earlier attracted any attention. So
hmm. Well, I suppose the Republic soldiers here could just, request for the New Republic to send a ship out to deal with the Imperial base that's here. Although I suppose we do have to wait till the other Republic soldiers get here.
sure.
I look to the others and A55. It's like, but it is your quest to find this old window. If whether or not you want the New Republic involved is completely up to you.
I think we're gonna need theirs. We're gonna need their assistance for sure.
In
If
that
we're
case,
going up and the Bellatrix is after us, we're gonna need as much help as we can get.
then it is probably best that we wait for the others to get here, which I think they're still going to take a couple of days. But in the meantime, we may as well enter the race. If we can get another ship, it may be beneficial to us.
Wait, race? What race?
Okay, before anything, Log, Sigismund, what you want to do? 2 actions.
Not much. I'm still unclear about what kind of scenario I am now.
You're in the
Never
ship.
clear.
Everybody is deciding whether to actually fly off or wait for the Republic soldiers to actually come, then actually discuss things further, or join the race. But you also notice that Takarr Jin and Chen-Chio is actually touching A-55 chest to feel the force coming from within the droid.
Hmm.
So what do you want to do?
Well, I guess I'll go with we move first. We can't wait either way.
Okay. All right. Okay. Right. Okay.
Quick question: is the short rest, long rest available for the Star Wars character sheets, or they haven't updated it yet?
Nope, it's not, because the Star Wars character sheet is not 5e official. It's just borrowing 5th edition rules,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's not really 5th edition official. So unless the Roll20 group feels like this game requires the short rest, long rest, then they will do it. But as long as it's not official, they will not do it.
Okay. I wasn't sure, but thanks.
Okay. All right, Krow, you still haven't told me what is your action. What do you want to do? You are
He's just
force
gonna.
sensitive. You have the guided by the force background. So I would probably lead you along, pull your strings. Okay. You can feel the force coming from A55, Sigismund. It's actually attracting you. Okay. Well, you're actually looking at it. Now you're looking at A55. Roll for wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Run.
I'll be guiding you from the stick from here on, so you will just need to follow the flow.
Wisdom. Where's my wisdom? Okay, found it.
Yeah. You actually felt a slight force energy coming from A55, Sigismund, but you're not sure like what it is. And you actually also remembered that Chen-Chio actually mentioned Dantooine and also Dathomir. Roll for lore.
Roll for. Oh.
Okay. You're not really part of somebody that actually studies all these things, so you don't really remember much. But you're trying to think about Dantooine. What's on Dantooine? What's on Dathomir? You have no idea. So you're most likely going to be waiting for the rest of the other crew. What is their next course of action? Then only then, your blaster will always be at your side. But maybe there's actually also other group of people here on this planet that actually needs help. We're not sure. Only time will tell. Okay, Chen-Chio, we're actually feeling the force. You can actually see that Sigismund actually raised his hand, trying to actually do the thing that you do in mid-air, closing his eyes, trying to feel the force. And Takarr Jin also did the same. It's like sensing and then talking to the others. And Takarr Jin is a type of person that you notice that doesn't really concentrate much. First, he touches the chassis, and then he turns to Logain and turns to Norvick and talk to them, and then again, he then never really focus on the thing at hand while you're actually focusing. So maybe Takarr Jin will actually need a proper master about making sure that he actually focus, or maybe he's just combat oriented. You're not too sure. He's not much of a counselor or a sentinel, you think to yourself. Maybe you make a perfect guardian, but maybe Sigismund will probably make a perfect counselor or a sentinel, you think to yourself. But now, Chen-Chio, 2 actions to you. What do you want to do?
How about prior this game, I remember you said that because of our so-called little force battle,
Our little force battle.
our
If I
little
can-
force battle,
Mhm.
I was thinking, not thinking, I was wondering that because you mentioned something that the force will be transmitting, literally transmitting, I would assume, to other places. So I would assume that someone that is force sensitive like Bellatrix might know where we are, right? Based on what you say last game.
So?
I mean, is that what you say, right?
Yep.
Okay, I say that time is of an essence. We can't stay here long, especially what we did during our little battle here. It's best that we move now. The further we are from here, the better.
Okay. I'm gonna be General actually turns to everybody and turns. She said she got up after trying to repair the hyperdrive. She said, "Moving, flying off from the ship. You think it's that easy? After what actually happened? Trying to actually escape in this kind of junk and not fully repaired. The hyperdrive is really not even beyond its full capacity. Not to mention the shields," she said. And not to mention that we don't even have proper blasters to actually even defend ourselves from even incoming pirate attacks. And you want to fly off? No, we actually need to actually get the ship fully repaired. It's not because of Norvick's flying, and not because I shot him down, but if he was actually an ace pilot, I don't think the ship would be damaged even. But that she's already actually lots to you, Norvick. A bit angry, a bit annoyed, but she just say, we need to actually get the ship fully repaired. But it's not up to me now. If you all want to actually fly off into space and head somewhere that could be very dangerous, who am I to stop you? I'm just a pilot.
Wait, how about sorry? Our character first. Didn't Logan say that it was good enough to fly?
It's good enough to fly, but not good enough to, to space engagement and everything. Yes, you can fly it, but he did also say, I highly advise against combat.
What about this other ship that's been entered into the pool for the race? We could inspect that first, maybe? If the ship is a lot better than this one, we could just simply use that. And we could enter, hopefully win, and take that ship.
Wait, race? What race? And also, what ship?
It's like, look around. It's like, you do not know the big race, the swoop bike race, the speeder pod race, the pod race. Yes, the one of the prizes is a ship. I believe, and I tend to Norvick. I believe it is the same ship that you were trying to acquire earlier.
Yes, it's exactly the same ship. I was
Okay, then
earlier for you guys.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go inspect it, and if it's any good, if they can allow us to inspect it, Well, into the
It's
race.
pretty good. It's pretty good.
Okay.
The
I
only
expect
problem with this is
Did already.
there is a fee.
Hmm.
There is a fee involved, and I do not trust the coordinators of this race. Doesn't seem fair from my talk to Takarr Jin. There's going to be a lot of dirty fighting before the race even starts.
Since when pod races are, clean and regulated, you do know every ship packs heat even before the race even starts?
And that's the thing. We only have a little bit amount of money to cover the cost. And if we do end up going in, we just got to be really careful, or we lose our money.
How
And
much
we're
is
stranded
the?
on the planet.
So how much is the
The
entrance fee?
10,000 credits.
and
And-
we would also need a bike.
And how much are we lacking at as of now?
So if we sell, the cluster missiles, we're short by 4,000.
But there was the thing about sponsorships. Takarr Jin was talking about that. Takarr, if you want to tell him about that.
Yes, I've met someone who is she is entering the race as well. She could be persuaded to sponsor us.
Does
and-
she have a ship? As in...
Yes, she is entering the race. She has her own vessel, her own speeder to enter it.
Okay,
but
okay, you finish, far away. Sorry about that.
We could enter it, yes. The event we could get the prize, the ship and the funds. That is, she is willing to let us, one of us, be the pilot and sponsor us. But regardless of whatever we do, since we have enough talent here, we will be able to ensure that the speeder bike isn't tampered with. Unfortunately, that is what happened to me last time. Someone, who I do not know, put an explosive device in the pod racer, and it caused me to crash. You'll need to ensure that doesn't happen again.
Well,
Otherwise, there is Olga. I have something here which she would be interested in. It is not something I want to do personally, but that is another option.
well, I'm a mechanic. I can check the pod racer itself for before the race, even while training and whatnot. And there's 6 of us, so we can take turns in testing the speeder to give accurate information about the performance from various perspectives of people. And finally, I'm assuming the ship in question, the prize, also include a monetary money like reward, not just the ship.
Yes. There is a I would say cash prize. I'm not actually quite sure what it's set at the moment. We would have to double check. It depends on how many racers enter.
And we also have to check with the sponsor. If we do win a race, what does the pilot get? If she is covering the cost of the entrance fee
if she's covering,
and the pod racer.
Yes,
if she's covering the cost of the race, the entrance fee, and providing the ship, depending on how large the prize is, we could, take 30% of the prize and give her the 70%. I mean, we just need the ship. We can tell her we only want the ship and, 30% of the prize, the cash prize.
That is a thing that, in order to do that, we will have to prove that we have a better pilot than her, and what she currently has. The alternative would be Organa, and I know I keep bringing it up, but she has made the deal that if we can win, she will wipe the debt of my people, essentially freeing them.
We're basically between a rock and a hard place. Can we do both? Win the race for both people?
And if we lose one, what is the debt to that other one if we lose it?
That
I
is
say we choose one.
That is a good point. If we,
Wait, what if you won? What if you won the race indirectly? Like, let's just say we side with the sponsor, but we still win the race. Would that initially wipe the debt for your people? I mean, a win is a win.
If we go with a sponsor, most of the money will go to the sponsor. If all we want is the ship, that will be our cut. Just the ship. That if she is willing to part with it.
Well,
if you
I would
if you
like
want
to
to
help
go
your people.
all,
Maybe you can ask her.
if you
we
just
do side with her,
if you
are
were
we
just
able
after,
to help?
sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Mhm.
If you suggest after the ship, the sponsor would probably be the way to go. But if you after the ship and money to retrofit it or even fix this, so we have two vessels, then we will have to go to Orca then, or enter ourselves with money. But we would also then need to get a pod racer.
We don't have a pod racer nor that enough of money, and just like Norvick stated, we're gonna have to sell stuff, and even if we sell, the remainder of the missile was still gonna be $4,000 short on the on the whole thing.
Not like we got much so to begin with.
Takar, a quick question. How much would a normal pod cost?
And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm thinking to myself, DM, how much would that cost?
Okay. All right. just roll for normal insight roll. That's simple,
Yeah.
easy.
Pepper was really simple.
Okay. It depends. What are you looking for? Normal, mediocre? It's like good, advanced.
Hmm.
The price varies actually.
Yeah, I'll say that to Norvick. It's like, what type of vehicle are you looking for? Something speedy, sleek, something rustic and cheap,
Something
medium,
that can win.
something that can win.
Well, what I was looking at, strapping a jet engine on a motorcycle frame, and that class is a pod racer. So I think I have an idea. I think I can wrap something up with this person named Takar. No, is it Takar? No, not Takar.
Speeder.
Who, me?
No, the crime boss.
Oh, Olga.
Olga, yeah, Olga.
Olga.
Olga. So if you introduce me, and I'll probably have some words for her. And seeing depends how I go. Depends on we'll have an opportunity to, milk the cow.
That just gives me an interesting idea. Something that the others may not suspect. If you enter the race, right? Strictly as someone who is independent, I can introduce you as someone who I know. You build the bike and enter with the money that we are putting together. But I will go to Olga and enter in with what I have here. She will just simply suspect that I am simply entering as in her racer. But while we do it, they will try and attempt to sabotage the both of us. But all I would need is for one of us to win.
Exactly, and
why not? This is actually a good idea. You can even, some of us will go to the sponsor and enter alongside the sponsor. That way, you'll have 3 people winning.
I think we need a mechanic crew, so I think that will be a good idea. But we still need a mechanic crew to look over the purchases of our bikes
because sabotaging the other vehicles is a valid option for winning. I remember not that a couple of years ago, only one pod racer made it across.
I'm a good
Yeah.
It is
I'm a good mechanic. I'll go with you when it comes to the purchase of any pod racer, and I'll do my very best selecting the best yet the cheapest one. One that could win the race and can tolerate explosives. And the terrain.
Well, yeah, your expertise on both of these matters would be of utmost importance. Even you, Krow, you seem to be quite knowledgeable with ship repair.
I tend
Look
to
over to
grow.
Logan. Yeah, I could help him out when he needs it. Hell, I'll try to fly speeder if I gotta. Why not? Sounds fun.
Should I then start emptying the concussion missiles so we can ready to sell them?
No, we're not selling.
Oh, okay.
Gotta look at sponsors.
Wait, how are you going to get the money then
Yeah,
to enter the second time?
yeah.
If you were going to,
Persuasion.
you're going to try and persuade Olga to give you the money to enter?
Yep.
I mean,
I like the enthusiasm.
I'm like scratching my chin. I've completely stopped putting my hand on the chassis of A55, and like, I'm just so taken back by the audacity, the size of the bronze Mandalorian ammo recharges that this Mandalorian has. Sure, if you
Well, he might have. I mean, he managed to convince a pilot to join him, an Imperial one, no less.
yeah, I look over to the. It's like that is true.
Wait, how
well-
old or how attractive is this Olga person again?
Very attractive, I think. I don't know. I haven't met them, but
I'm just like rubbing my eyes with my hands.
Do you? I look into Norvick and like in a dead serious, I'll be like saying to him, "Do you need a wingman?"
no.
Okay.
Usually the wingman's not wingman.
Okay. Just be sure to buy yourself some perfumes, take some flowers, and some whatever food she likes.
Sure.
Attendant, or if you could say, are you any good at cards? Berserk.
I
She
just
quite
chuckle.
enjoys Berserk.
Yeah. I tend to not mix business with pleasure. So,
For Olga, business is pleasure.
yeah. The problem is you shouldn't mix them. But anyway,
Well, yes, we should probably decide something, otherwise we will take too long.
yeah, I think we do the idea of entering separately twice, getting 2 races in there. Third one, not really. Because we need the manpower to look after the ship and maintain the pod races as we race. So,
Just a quick note to the Adam. Do I recall what was the main prize for winning besides the vessel? DM?
Okay. Well, you don't really recall much, other than the one you already mentioned previously, which is the debt from all the Qatars. The Qatars of all the village will be paid for, meaning that Ogagara will not turn them into slave and make sure that they mine every single golden legion on the planet and making new farms so that they'll be mining for her and making sure she'll be rich on planet Batu for the next many years. That's one. Two,
Yeah.
if you win, then you get the ship vessel. That's actually the main prize that everybody wants to race for. So, but everybody will probably try to kill you so that they can win and get that vessel. 3,
Yeah.
is prize money. It'll be given, of course, if you're actually able to win, which is actually 10,000 credits. It's like, but that's provided that you actually are able to win. Just like first prize. Not to mention that even the money for you to actually join the race itself, it needs to be about 5,000 credits. But you need to have yourself a speeder, which you don't have.
Which, yeah, is, I believe, Norvick's plan is to just jerry-rig something. If that's correct.
Bit of
If you want to
duct tape.
jury rig, okay, you better make sure that you know how to jury rig it.
I look around on the ship and it's like, perhaps if we take a few things apart in here?
No.
Oh, come on. We're just starting to get this thing together. You want to take it apart?
Yeah.
Otherwise,
If you want to take this part, you see, like, Logain just puts a socket wrench in his hand over my dead carbonating corpse, you will. I put my heart,
Alright.
soul, and sweat and tears into putting this thing together. You want to take it apart? Maybe I should take you apart and see if I can borrow some spare parts to keep this thing running.
Put my hand on his shoulder.
Okay.
All right.
All
Easy
right,
there,
I'm
Logan.
gonna be asking suggestions because
okay.
Sigismund and Chen-Chio has been very, very quiet. Okay, Chen-Chio, 2 actions for you. Any suggestions do you want to give to this whole conversation?
Bring to who regarding the tear apart?
No, regarding the race, the tearing apart, and how you want to go ahead and give the suggestion that I actually mentioned earlier on.
I'll say that if it's really that hard to procure a pot, perhaps we could just buy one. I have around roughly 3,250 credit. How much is it to purchase one ship if it's that hard to even get one from someone of of?
And an option, I guess you can go and find a sponsor, right?
Yep. Sigismund, as I mentioned, you'd like to find
Yeah.
a sponsor. So what's the suggestion then? It's like Chen-Chio and Sigismund. Giving the full plate to both of you because Logain, Takarr Jin, Norvick, Krow, and also A55 I have not even given the ideas yet. Okay, so Chen-Chio, Sigismund, A55, and Krow. Okay, Chen-Chio, again to you. What's the suggestion? What do you suggest?
Look, finding the
See,
sponsor,
if
I
anything
don't
that
care
is
which I'm
able
gonna
to
use.
bring us out of here, the fastest as soon as possible, the better. If it's a sponsorship that you want, then the sponsorship that you should get. Just go find this person and talk to them. I do not wish to put myself in public, not especially after what happened during earlier on. So the soonest you guys can find the sponsorship, the faster we can get out of here. I do not wish to face the wrath of Bellatrix, especially after what happened.
Okay, Sigismund, you.
Well, if we all agree on the sponsorship, how about let's start finding one? Well, at least we have direct a way that we can approach first, and then whatever happens, we can think later.
All right.
Bar has a
Okay,
couple of
and
people sponsors.
okay,
You could try them.
all right, Krow. Any suggestions? You'll throw in.
Just get off this rock as soon as possible. We
Mm.
need that sponsor. I really. Where's Norvick? Norvick, do you really think that you could jury rig an entire pod racer together in time?
Sure.
Was it convincing?
All
Okay.
right, and
Whatever you say.
Sure.
okay, A55. How about you?
I think we can do the sponsor, but I suggest we come up with a bartering chip when we do go to the sponsor. Let's get together 5,000 credits, and if the sponsor is willing to give us the ship, without having to supply credits or a pod racer, then that is great. But if the sponsor does not want to give up prize money or a ship, which we need more, let's sweeten the deal and tell them we'll cover the cost for the entrance fee. They will cover the pod racer, and we will take a ship in return if we win. But that's where we have to come together and pool money in and make sure we have 5,000 credits to cover the cost. That's what this little old droid has to say about that.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Then, okay. Now going back to Logain, Takarr Jin, and Norvick.
So, to Takarr Jin. So, time is killing. So, soon we can organize this. Soon we can go.
Hmm.
Then I shall
Uh.
leave. Then I shall leave the fate of the pod racing up to your hand. I shall stay here with A55 and perhaps with Sigismund as well.
I turn around as I leave. Take care of my ship, sexy, as I leave. You don't know who I'm talking to, so I'm basically saying in general, like, it's like
Oh,
sex.
I'm just assuming it's me and say, "Oh, don't worry, real." I look to the others while holding this little box. I'm gonna say it said, "Yeah, even I do not wish to lose this, but if we enter and I fail, at least I know that at least one of you will be able to succeed if I cannot." And I pick out the box and look at it. It's like, I suppose, maybe it is time to go do this then. And I put it back under my arm. It's like, should we go?
Okay. Then, here, others. Logain.
Yeah.
So, are we guys gonna go out shopping for a pod racer, or, we going with the sponsor? Either way, you're taking me with you to check the vehicle.
Well, I
We'll
think
go check the sponsor.
I
that's the
think we're
consensus.
free. Oh, well, Norvick, I think, just walked off to build a speeder. So, unless you want to go and stop him, but
I mean,
I know of a sponsor at the bar with where Ogre is. I guess we could go to speak to the sponsor first.
Yeah, let's
Screw
go.
it. I'll come with you to
Let's
the
go.
bar. I can use a drink anyway.
I'll go with you to the sponsor so I can inspect their vehicle as a mechanic.
And we also have 5,000 credits, right? At least between all of us.
We should.
I'm not quite sure. Do we?
I know this droid is not as rich as people may think. So
Well, we just sell off the concussion missiles. Is everyone here agreed? And put your hand up if you agree.
Do it when Norvick's
Yeah,
out,
Norvick's not there.
And what I said to you is don't sell the custom missiles as well.
well, did the name of the ship already made it to Norvick?
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Nope, not yet. He doesn't know about it.
Oh, that's gonna be a nice juicy surprise for later.
All right, I think we should have enough then with the missiles. Let's go to the sponsor of yours and see if we can work a deal with the ship. Because Norvick expected it and said it was good to go.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Now
as
we
well,
just got to work
but,
out the details.
I'll go with you, but like I said, tell the sponsor is the deal is 70-30. They take 70% of the cash reward. We keep the other 30 as a compensation of some sort for our effort in piloting, driving, and mechanical expertise.
As we were walking out, it's like I turned back to Chen and Sigismund. It's like, are you going to stay here? Are you coming?
Oh, and I look at Logain too and tell him I'm sorry. The dockmaster also has something that maybe you could assist me with. Since Logain, you're very technological. It needs 2 people to work on it, and they'd be able to either give us credits or help further repair the ship.
How long
We can do that on our return.
To respond to that's Takarr Jin, right? This is Takarr Jin, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the cat.
Okay, the cat. Okay, I respond to Takarr Jin and say that I would like to stay, but I guess that I have been searching for so long and I do not wish to lose sight of it. Perhaps I should join you guys. Keep you guys in close watch. Then I just like slowly walk out from the ship and say that I'll follow you guys just so to know, just to make sure that you guys don't come to the head of the and I just
Hmm.
follow closely behind.
Okay, you
I
follow
look at
closely
Theo
behind
and
guy.
say, "Are you part droid?"
Who is part droid?
Wait, who do you ask?
Wait, who is part droid?
Chio? Yes, breaking up. I didn't understand.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I think my mic is having a little problem. Basically, I'm just saying that I'll follow you guys, but I'll keep a special watch on Sigimus.
Hmm.
Sigismund.
Sigismund.
In
Uh,
a
There's a mouthful of them.
no,
Yeah,
in a short name, just call Sigia.
Sigi, yeah.
Ziggy. Yeah, Ziggy.
Siggy. I walk past Siggy and like just mess up his hair. It's like, come on, Siggy.
All right.
It's like, oh, well, let's go have a chat, and hopefully the race still isn't for a couple of days, so we can get some rest beforehand.
So you're all. So who's going to the cantina? Chen-Chio, Sigismund? Who else?
I am.
Okay,
A55.
Krow, A55,
And Norvick.
And
Norvick, Takarr Jin, and Logain stay on the ship.
No, I'm going with them since they want to talk to the sponsor, and I'm going with them to inspect the
Oh.
sponsor's ship.
Be
Mhm.
right back. Just give me a sec.
Some of us here better have a very smooth talker here. You're gonna need it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
Wait.
While we're
Okay,
walking to the
let's see
cantina,
now.
I'm gonna. Wait, what?
Who's gonna be? Okay. Okay, and I don't know which portrait I'm gonna be dragging out.
Not the one with the red color one. But yeah, you have to delete the old one because the old one is messed up. So you have to drag out the new one.
Only one problem. I can't find your character sheet.
Here. Oh, it's under good NPC. It's under good NPC.
Oh, okay. Alright, need to drag you out. Okay, can you drag your character out? I got too many folders here.
Yeah, I can. It's right beside. So you have to
let's
delete
see
this one
now.
here, Herbert. You have to delete this one though.
Okay. Let me drag Sigismund up. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna be moving from left to right. Okay, Chen-Chio, what do you want to do? One action each.
I will follow wherever either Sigismund, either Sigis or A55. I'll follow wherever they go because I need to make sure they are in my hawk eye view. Even though I'm blind.
Alright. Okay. Okay. Sigismund. Okay, you feel as if the Chen-Chio will follow your actions and what you're going to be doing. So, what will you be doing?
Well, first thing is we have to get info. How about let's get into the bar first and see if there's any network we can get through.
Alright. Okay, so you head towards the bar.
Alright, let's go.
You head towards the bar, you can see the droid greeting you as usual, sees you but doesn't do much. Then you enter the bar. You've seen a number of people there actually like sitting. The normal same people. It's almost every single time. You know most of these people are mostly racist. Mostly.
What, racists?
Racist.
Yeah.
They are they are actually speeder racists. Or soup gang.
Species.
Oh, so not racists. They're
No,
racers.
They are
Oh,
racist.
racers.
Or are they racist racers?
Yeah, racist racers.
Lol.
Yeah.
All the tongue twisters.
Okay, Sigismund, the moment you enter, you see the droid are looking at you, speaking in binary, and after that welcomes you in, and after you look for a place to sit. Okay, Logain.
I'm following Takarr Jin since he's still at the door, unless I'm lagging and everybody already in.
I'm assuming we're all just going to go in.
Yeah, because I'm following you.
Yeah.
You're going to meet the sponsor.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just following you.
I suppose that would be a lot quicker to say we all go in as a group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there an entrance for the cantina again?
This here's the entrance.
Yeah,
no, I
what?
mean like the entrance fee to like get in. Like we have to pay the droid or something, right?
Yes, you need to pay the droid.
Oh, okay. Screw it. I guess I'm paying for everyone again.
Herbert.
Wait, is it every time or is it per day?
But I do a quick force pull because like Sigismund is lagging behind. I took a quick force pull to pull him next to me and say that, come on, let's get in.
Oh god. You're doing what to Sigismund?
Force pull! Don't take it out of context, man.
That's pulling him.
Thrust pull, force pull.
Hmm.
Thing for little boys, huh?
Get used to the.
Oh god.
So where's
sauce.
wait?
Oh, yeah.
Where's the sponsor, Takarr Jin?
Are we all in? I'm gonna walk in and say, she's over there. At least that's the one that I personally know. There are a couple of others sitting on the table over with Olga. There's probably a couple of others in here as well for the sponsors.
Let's just talk to
But-
a friendly sponsor first.
Okay, I will go over and introduce you then. Introduce all of you, if...
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where's Norvick?
Over
Oh,
here.
he just appeared. He's gone straight into self.
No, he's here.
Alright. Ah, okay. Well, I will walk over to the table with everyone if they're following.
Okay. You see the Tatar Shahira, they're looking at you, and then after you see her grandmother, Kira, looking at you, and then the grandmother was like, yoo-hoo, Takarr Jin, over here. They waving at you.
What can I really imagine this?
Wait, as I basically see the grandmother saying Yehu to Takarr Jin, I'm like, Takarr Jin, you never said that sponsor is, is this young lady. And I'm assuming this young lady sitting next to her sister. Trying to be
Oh.
charming, basically, trying to
She looks-
flatter her up.
You see this lady over here looks at you, oh please. I'm over 90 years old.
90? My lady, you look like, you'd never aged a day above 21.
And she's like, oh please. And then she looks at Takarr Jin. Takarr Jin, is all your friends this flirty? If they were, you should have brought your friend to join you that night.
I just glance over to A55. Just give him this look.
Moron.
If
I'm still able to record for you
A55
if
could
you did.
smile and laugh, I think you will see the expression on the face.
Wait, are the others coming, or they're doing their own thing? Sigismund and Chen.
Because like I say, I'm following Sigismund. If Sigismund's not moving, I'm not moving. Unless it's like I have to like keep on constantly force pull him. I'm over like a dog with the leash.
Yeah, I'm moving. I'm having trouble multitasking, hearing, and moving my character at the same time.
Oh, we're over here, unless you want to go somewhere else. I don't mind, just... I thought I'll let you know. I come up and...
Yeah, while
I
you
sit down. Oh, yes.
I'll like stand like a few feet behind just in case there's any pickpocket decided to pass through.
Sigismund.
Here, Sigismund.
I'll sit myself here just to avoid the attention. I'll just sit myself here.
Okay, now you sit yourself there, and then after that, as normally the droid will actually come and order your drinks as usual. At the same time, Krow and Norvick, as you actually sat at the bar, you see one of the patrons and he looks at you. And after he put his hands on the counter and said, what can I get for you two chaps?
The droid is talking to me.
No. Talking to Krow and Norvick.
Oh, okay.
I look over to Norvick and then the tender. I tell him, I'll just have whatever he's having. I want to be surprised today.
I smile. I say, do you have Oh, what's that? Whiskey.
Okay, if he looks to you and after he said, we have Sposhka, Ruby Blue, Dasani, Josh Bluston, Mudhorn, Eknok, Blackroot, Sarjan, and the Fuzzy Tauntaun.
What's in the Sazi Tauntaun?
No. What's inside the Fuzzy Tauntaun? No. Well, I can tell you one thing. Yeah, August Cantina. Oh, yes. It's one of our most popular alcoholic drink here. The
Yeah?
Fuzzy Tauntaun. Yes, it makes you feel fuzzy inside.
What about Corellian whiskey? Do you have that?
Oh, yes, we do. Not the
Yeah?
best. But we serve the best here in August Cantina, of course. Then,
Well, I say one Corellian whiskey.
Having what he's
Wow.
having. Give me a glass too.
after he just walks over to one side,
Look
and then
over,
goes
look
to
over
a
Norvick.
counter.
Let's both hope that you got some good taste on you.
I walk
Yeah.
away as he puts it down, and head over to the booth over here, leaving my Corellian whiskey with him and everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right. While he does that, I turn my back to the counter, so I'm facing the rest of the cantina. I see them all in that one booth, but now I want to start clocking the entire cantina, see if anyone in particular is keeping an eye on them, on what they're doing.
Okay. All right. Here, while you do that, okay, you're gonna be rolling for investigation, Crow.
Investigation. Oh, 7.
Okay, you're gonna be looking around, trying to see if there's any suspicious. But the moment the drink arrived, it's like the bartender then said, "Oh, there'll be 10 credits."
I throw 10 credits at him.
Okay.
Yeah, I take out my 10 credits too. Give it to him.
Easily done. Okay, while you actually take a sip, yeah, it just feels great. It just tastes nice. Then you look around to see if there's anybody else is suspicious. Okay, Norvick, what do you want to do?
I'm going to wait till Jakar introduces me to
Oh, Olga.
Olga. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then
Which
when you
I
wait,
will be. Yeah, I'll do that once I finish. Talking to this potential sponsor here, then I'll go over and introduce you. I think that was the plan anyway. So yeah.
Yeah.
okay, all right, do we do so? Okay, Chen-Chio and Sigismund, what do you two want to do?
We are just minding our own business for now, but basically we're also trying to just keep our awareness up. Especially me, I'm just gonna keep my awareness up in case of anything that's trying to sabotage the conversation of such things.
So, so in short, that they are here, but we are sitting on the other table here, lah. Just
Yeah. Just to
Yeah.
blend into the crowd. Just blend into the crowd.
Okay, you blend into the crowd. Are you ordering anything to drink?
Yeah. I ordered a blue milk and a sandwich.
All right, okay, blue milk. Okay, Sigismund, you?
I'll go with mojito.
Okay, all right. And the droid actually serve. After a while, it comes back, and after it serves you two, and then after it'll be like 10 credits for the two of you.
I'll pass. Wait. So it's total 20 credit, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I'll deduct from my side. It's like, here, consider this as my good pick on you. And I just pass him. I just pass the droid 20 credit for me as Siggy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, lastly, A-55, Logain, and Takarr Jin. What the three of you want to do?
I look into
Oh,
Takarr Jin as he, waiting for him to do all the talking.
So I just glance over the adorable couple at the table there, but then I look back and say,
Adorable
Good to
couple.
meet.
Chen-Chio is old enough to be Sigismund's mother.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm that old, man. My character is that old, man.
Oh, so
Yeah,
it's grandmother took her grandson out to have some lunch.
No, not that old. It's just motherly old. She's in her
Oh.
30s. Plus, really.
30s, mid-30s,
Yeah.
30s,
Mhm.
30s around there.
Regardless, it's cute.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I
Um,
don't want to call her old. She might.
Well, let's just hope Chen-Chio doesn't meet the same fate as you know who in Rebels. We're trying to teach
no.
you Sigismund next time.
Oh.
Okay. Hey, Takarr
Oh, yeah.
Jin. What do you do?
When she calls us over, I come down and sit down, and I sort of wave my hand for Legion and 855 to sit down and say, "It's good to meet you again, Kia." And Jahir, it's also a pleasure to meet you again. Me and my friends here were talking about entering into the race, and I understand that you are a sponsor of the races and have a speeder. We were just wondering what type of options we could have.
Yeah. So, are you going to be entering the race, or are you going to be also joining in betting for the race?
Well, it just so happens we are very interested in the ship that is up as the prize for entering. We were considering entering in order to get the prize. Olga has made us a somewhat similar offer, but I told the office that we should probably come here and see what your offer and opinion is first, before going back and talking to Olga.
Great. As we were actually busy talking to Olga, it's like you, Logain, A55, Sigismund, Chen-Chio, Krow, and Norvick actually saw 4 other new people actually just entered the cantina and actually just sat comfortably at one side, only to be seen being served by the droid. And after a while, then the droid just leaves. And these other 4 strangers just sitting down and enjoying their drink, not removing their helmets and their masks, only just showing off their mouths, and that's about it. And then Kira, they can just continue and just said, well, Olga has been quite, how do you say, happy to actually obtain such a beautiful ship from some sort of bounty hunter by the name of Roach. And it seems that this bounty hunter just decided to actually give this ship no actual extra fees. And then after that, that was the last we heard about him. And then after that, he left. But now,
It is most curious. We happen to have a bounty hunter friend of ourselves, and he tried looking for this bounty hunter Roach, and even with all his expertise, couldn't find what happened to him after he spoke with Olga. Most curious indeed, is it not?
never really thought about that. But, well, I don't want to actually bother myself with such small things. As long as we got the ship's next prize, that's more than enough for us. And whoever wins it, get that nice, beautiful ship. And seems to be that when I check the data, all of us here actually at this cantina are mostly swoop racers, and then, well, everybody's just into winning the prize. But look, she looks at you up and down. Well, you know how to handle a stick. I know for a fact that you're quite experienced in it, she said. And then you see the granddaughter that looks at the grandmother, like raise an eyebrow and with a look of disgust on her face. Like, ew.
Takarr blushes through the fur.
Okay, alright, Logain, A55, and Sigismund and Chen-Chio roll for insight. And roll, it's okay, Sigismund and Chen-Chio roll for perception first, then you can roll for insight.
Perception, okay.
For us,
Okay.
we can roll for insight, is it?
Yes.
That actually makes sense that the blind woman would have low perception.
Herbert, Chen-Chio just choose to ignore that part. Chen-Chio just choose to ignore that part.
Yeah, the force sends a tingle behind your back, like, so on. Okay.
There's a disturbance in the force. I shall refuse to listen further.
Logan, you have no idea what does this old lady actually mentioned that Takarr Jin actually knows how to handle his stick very well. You never really seen Takarr Jin actually handle a plane or a speeder yet, so you're surprised that Takarr Jin actually showed this lady that he knows how to handle his stick. That's all you know. But
I think, like, in terms of stick, he's like imagining him just waving a stick and training the old lady in sword fighting. That's all what he thinks.
okay, yeah, training he did actually. And then A55, you try to compute the meaning. You actually understand it, but then again, you don't know much about human anatomies and many other things. Oh, I mean, Qatar action anatomies. So you tend to ignore it. Yeah. Okay, and then Kira then just looks at you, Takarr, then looks at Logain, and then she asks, "So, what are you here for?" She looks to you, Logain. Are you a pilot? Are you a racer? Or what are you? What do you do?
I'm a mechanic, actually. I mean, if we're going to be entering as partners, I thought maybe I should come and take a look at your speeder and give, points about it, if that's okay with you.
Well, and your droid, and she looks to A55. So, droid, your master seems to be quite adept. He mentioned he's quite adept in the technical know-hows. Is that true?
Well, first, he is not my master. He's my friend. And we're both very good at looking at the technological and engineering aspects of a pod racer.
Masterless droid. That's rare. Did you saw how killed your last master?
No, I didn't. I earned my freedom. My previous master thought I've served enough and said be free and share my knowledge through all these sectors of the galaxies.
And then she looks to Takarr Jin. I'm surprised that there's an independent droid. I hope that this droid didn't push his master off a building last time just to be independent. And then she starts laughing.
I laugh as well. So, you know how eccentric those core worlds people can be? Perhaps this was a case of less sense and money.
Yes.
Either way, I'm happy to have A55 here. It's like we wouldn't be here without him, or without Legion's expertise as well.
Yes. Well, if you want to enter the race, everybody would have to actually put the down payment. If you're one of the sponsors, or you're one of the racers, and you need to actually put a down payment of 5,000 credits to actually join, she said. But if you have a sponsor, such as like myself, my granddaughter here, which I see that she's too precious for me now, and I've seen how you do things, and it seems that you have two really good technical experts here that might actually look into it. I don't mind being your sponsor and paying for you to actually join the race. However, in the rules that actually Olga mentioned, the race will actually require a secondary racer to actually join. Meaning that it's a race between two speeder races under one sponsor. If one loses the race, at least a secondary person could actually win it. And as you can see, we have a number of people here in this cantina that actually have two races each. I don't see anybody else here that's with you in this table right now. Do you have anybody else? Do you think there could be a second racer?
Oh,
I look at Logain, I look at Takarr, and Norvick knows how to pilot a ship.
And I say, I understand you A5 are quite good with driving yourself.
And as you know, Takarr, the race this time has been up the stakes as compared to other previous ones. It's going to be in one of the death inhabitants of this planet. And it seems that it's going to be some sort of a free-for-all, like weapons allowed and everything else. If you crash, you might lose your life. And this is the reason why I asked my granddaughter to stay out of this time. And however,
Olga reluctantly did not mention that to me when we last spoke.
oh yes, that's the reason. The ship that's actually being put right now on the shipyard actually costs 50,000 credits. Nobody here in this cantina can actually afford that. It's a really good ship. It's really fast. It's really strong and really durable. And it's quite empty for anybody to actually decorate it with whatever they want to do. And now Olga's been throwing away that ship plus the prize money and plus the freedom of many of the other slaves on whatever planet there is here. And she can actually contact whichever any of those planets actually enslave them. And
Actually-
from what I know, I have already asked Olga regarding you. You're actually from one of the farms nearby here. And after I found out that your grandmother is actually my friend, I was actually surprised. It took me a while to actually find out regarding your background. But I thought there was somebody else that was there to actually help me in this race. I was actually looking for somebody that could actually help me more adapt and faster too. And I was actually looking for your younger brother. She put her hand on the table and looking at you.
And say he should be here in a couple of days. I was thinking about having him enter as well, but I am somewhat now more concerned for his safety if this race is as dangerous as you say it is.
Yes.
I will need to have a talk with him, but I suppose that it would be better if we require to races anyway, sponsor. It is better that we join with you than with Olga. I would much rather put my brother's life in your hands than in hers.
They noticed the granddaughter Sharira and said, "Grandmother, the race is going to start very soon. We don't have a few days. The registration is tomorrow. We don't have a few days to wait for this particular person to actually arrive. Olga Gara need all the pilots' name to be fully registered by the end of tomorrow." Then Kira then looks to her granddaughter and then turns to you. You said your brother will only be here next few days. We don't have much time for that, Takarr Jin. Either you register with me or with any of your friends here on this table. I'm not going to be expecting these two engineers to actually look into the race itself, since they're going to be maintaining and looking to the research, the speeders itself. I'm actually hoping that you can actually find somebody else that you will recommend to actually become a secondary pilot rather than yourself.
There are a couple of others that I may know. I will need to speak with them first. They happen to be here in the bar. I can go chat with them and see if they would be willing. But if we do enter the race and happen to win, what is it that you are looking for out of this?
Happen to win? She just laughed. Talk to me again about it once you win. And then she takes a sip of her Corellian whiskey and then she laughs and then looks at you. Once you win, for all I know. If you lose, I'll be looking at a new character talking to me right now.
Hopefully it does not come to that. I do not want to leave my brother and grandmother alone.
Okay, while you're actually looking into it, then she turns and says, "Well, you take your time to think about it, my young boy. Or you think about who you actually want to bring." Okay, meanwhile, Chen-Chio and Sigismund, what do you two want to do?
You'd be right.
Well, if the negotiation's not over yet, I'm going to succeed and keep quiet and eavesdropping and see what else can I hear.
Well, you could probably tell by that it pretty much seems done. Because my character was just about to stand up.
So my character is just drinking the blue milk and eating a sandwich. I see that the negotiation is done.
So okay, then after we drink, we put our coins on the table. Then we go out.
I just wait for them to move first. I'll just wait for any of the character move, then I will start moving. If not, then
Alright.
I'm not gonna move.
Okay, alright. Crow and Norvick, what do you want to do?
Waiting
Uh,
for Jakar to come over.
Right.
Okay. So basically,
Uh,
everything here is Takarr then. Okay, Takarr.
Yeah.
Oh
Who do you
shit.
go?
Okay.
Who do you go to first? Actually.
Since Sigismund and that are literally right in front of me, I'm gonna walk up to them first. I'm gonna walk up and say, we spoke to Kira. She's willing to help sponsor us, but some of the rules have changed in the race. Now it requires 2 drivers, but there is a bigger catch. We have to enter now. We don't have any more time. It has to be today, and unfortunately, the races have now changed to the death.
And the payment for the entry fee?
Our sponsor should be. Wait, we just have to submit 5,000, right? And she's gonna pay for the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. Just 5,000.
And do we have the money for it? Do we have the credit for it?
There is an other way you can do that, but if we can get some more money, we could also bet on ourselves. I have something here I could give to her. She seems to be quite trustworthy. She knows my family. I could entrust this to her. But if you can come up with more credits on the side, and bet on us, we could potentially come out of even better. But I'm gonna go talk to Norvick and Krow in a minute, see if one of them want to be the driver. And I give a quick look at Chen, and I shut my head a bit, and I look to Sigismund. It's like, and unless you wish to enter a young little Siggy.
Are you a pilot yourself, Siggy? Are you a pilot yourself?
No, but
Then
judging on this kind of scenario, I don't think we have a choice either way.
no, I will not put your life in such a competition where you haven't even know your full potential. I will not allow such thing. If it's
Well,
me,
I look at
unless it is a last resort, I will not put Siggy's life on the.
I understand. I was hesitant
Haven't
about.
talked to Crow and Norvick. I suggest you talk to them first before suggesting Siggy's into the line.
I said,
Gio, isn't it? There was data in the Jedi archives that said Force users are really good pilots.
Interesting.
Pardon?
I turn back to
They're
Chen
saying that
and
to a
say,
blind woman.
are you a good pilot? And I scratch my chin.
I'm not a pilot. If anything, I'm more of a combat oriented. I do not pilot.
But perhaps you could help assist us then, because there would be many attempting to sabotage our race, considering how the main prize is a vessel worth 50,000 credits. From what I understand from Kira, there is going to be a lot of death in this race. Very well. I will not ask you, Sigismund, unless Norvick or the others reject it. And I just put my hand on his head and rough it up. Something I would do with my brother when he was younger. Someone trying to talk? I can hear a mic.
No, I mean I'm not trying to talk.
Okay. If that's all done, then I will walk over to the others.
I just say that it seems that you have a very good bonding with this friend of yours, Sigismund. It's as though you are like his little brother.
What?
before I leave following Takarr Jin, I just say this to Sigismund and Chen-Chio. Check out the people on the table to our left. Do keep an eye on them. I'm a bit weirded out that they just, yeah, they're just a bad feeling, bad juju about them.
Roll for insight first before you say that.
Okay, all skills save in insight.
Oh god.
Nope.
No.
Take back all your role play. You didn't say anything else.
Oh, okay. I'll just follow Takarr then.
Mhm.
Unless A55 has a bad feeling.
Everybody, all the players have a bad feeling about this. If like that, then every player should actually roll for insight. But no, it's okay. As long as you declare it, then you roll for insight. As long as you declare it.
I'm more concerned with the race at the moment. I haven't really noticed them.
Okay.
That's how I'm role playing it.
All right. Okay. You can go to Krow and Norvick then.
Before Takarr walks over here, he would have been like sipping his drink while they're having the conversation. Then he looks over to Norvick. Looks like I doubt you, Norvick. You do have a bit of a good taste on you. Just sips his drink again.
I say, you don't want to drink too much of it. There's a saying, if you drink too much of it, it's like rocket fuel.
Oh. I'll drink to that. Drinks another.
I don't drink my first one. I just leave it standing there.
I just note that he didn't touch it at all. He didn't say anything about it. Then I'm still trying to like clock everyone despite the perception roll. But anyway, then I see Takarr and Logan walk over. You guys finished talking to a lady over there?
As we're walking over, was Krow trying to like clasp Norvick's hand?
No, he wasn't.
He like quickly moves his hand away as we walk over.
No.
It's like Krow is like, I like how you handle a stick, Norvick.
Yeah, perhaps you could give me some private lessons.
What? Star Wars for like stick wars.
I think I downloaded the wrong Star Wars movie.
The wrong Star Wars.
But
I walk over and say, "What do we? I had a chat with Kira. She is willing to sponsor us in the race. However, there has been a few changes to the race that Gara forgot to mention. Now they require 2 drivers, not 1. She is willing to give us the pod races, as long as we pay for our share in entering, which is still 5,000, but she will cover the rest of the expenses. And unfortunately, just a sec. No, there's 2 more things I need to cover. One more is that the race is now to the death. It is a complete free-for-all. All the weapons, all methods are now completely legal. And the next option is, well, we have to sign in today. We cannot wait. Apparently, yes.
Krow puts his drink onto the counter, then kind of like face palms a bit. Then looks over to Takarr. You know, there's always one of those unknown catches with these kind of things. All right, so who we gain as the primary pilot?
I said to Takarr, I'll more than happy to take up the challenge of the second pilot.
That is brilliant, Fen. She wants me to pilot one of the vehicles, but the one that she would have a granddaughter pilot, she wants one of us to pilot instead.
I'm more than happy to pilot it.
Brilliant.
Well, if he's ready to, by all means, let him.
I slide my Quailian whiskey to Krow and saying, "It's on the house, buddy."
He just told me not to drink too much, but what the hell?
Okay, before anything else, Norvick, what's your pilot skill?
My pilot skill is 3.
Okay. Sigismund, what's your pilot skill?
Pilot skill. Let me check first. Pilot.
Piloting is 4 for me.
My piloting is 0.
Okay, forget about that. Okay, A55, Krow.
I've piloted
Mine-
5.
Mine's
Oh.
piloting 4.
Oh.
Oh.
You,
Who have
you two.
who have 5?
I did.
Crow
You
should
have
be.
Then
Like,
you should be the
I mean-
pilot.
I know, but
Have five.
Norvick already said he was going to. It's like, hey, might as well let him. I'm not gonna push.
Norvick's like pilot, and you.
If you guys want to like try to convince Crow, go ahead, go try.
Okay, all right. Since Norvick already said so, Melville is.
Wait, this whole time, Crow is actually used to be a pod racer or something in his youth, and he's just sitting there, just like sitting on it, not mentioning it.
You know why? Because like he will always say this one thing, but you never ask.
Maybe Crow used to be a Y-wing pilot, or an A-wing pilot, or an X-wing pilot. You don't know. It's part of his history, you know. It's part of his. But he just kept quiet about it.
Yeah, you guys don't know me.
Yeah, he does because you guys don't know Crow that much. It's the thing. He could be a. He's a Republic. He could be one of the ace pilots for Republic. You guys don't know.
Better no way.
I was considering. Kira kind of gave me the idea. We can enter the race, right? But with the remaining of our credits, we should bet on ourselves as well. And like, I rub my fingers together. It's like, get a little extra.
I agree.
Oh, what the hell? I got at least 2,000 to burn. Why not? Let's get some extra credits on our side.
Hmm.
So, do you want me to talk to?
Do you still want to talk to Gara? I mean,
Uh,
if you're gonna join in with our with the sponsor race,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, getting the extra credits. You
y-
want that?
I have something that I can bet for the extra credits, but I kind of want to use that to try and free my people.
All right. I'll use my idea. Worst case scenario, we'll use your idea.
I mean, we just need like 5,000 credits in order to enter, and if we happen to have anything else, such as some concussion missiles or something,
Nah,
Yeah.
we won't sell them.
Yeah.
I mean, you could bet them.
Yeah, I could, but you know.
Gara would probably be interested in some concussion missiles.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Now, hear me out. Would it be if this is all lethal race? Why don't we just get the concussion missiles onto the pod racer, and then if we get in second place or something, we just blow the guy out in first place?
I immediately like gasped and walk up and grab by both shoulders and say, "You are a genius."
That's what I was planning to do. But okay.
Yeah, Crow just shrugs, takes a sip of his drink again, nonchalantly.
No, one weird question is: was there ever existed mini seismic charges that we can use?
Too expensive.
Okay, guys. How about I suggest we add a little bit improvised weapon, Molotov cocktail. We have to make our own.
Well, yeah, we're going to need weapons because all the other bikes are going to have weapons. From the
Yes.
sounds of it, Gara is putting up as the prize as anyone who's willing to win the ship for her. She is going to essentially wipe all debts and basically remove their slavery status. She is putting quite a lot on the line here.
Wait,
Okay.
does the rules all weapons must be purchased, or we can actually improvise our own?
Yes, she has removed the restrictions on weapon type.
Are they just
Everything
yelling
is-
at each other across the bar?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Can we
So
when
So-
you move over to?
Oh, I
to
think you were
the
using
other-
our indoor voice. But yeah,
guys,
'cause
guys,
you're here.
might
You're
I,
here.
might I suggest improvise flashbang Hold on, my phone is ringing.
Okay.
Okay.
Gonna call on his holo communicator.
Yeah, and his data pad. So, we've
Yeah.
been trying to get in contact with you about your car's extended warranty.
Oh my god, no.
Okay. Okay, Chen. How about Chen-Chio, Logain, and others like A55? Any suggestions?
My what is it called? My
Roleplay
character
wise,
is
yeah.
not roleplay wise. My character is not very knowledgeable in.
You could probably
You-
hear us
You
talk.
can. You can.
Exactly, because you're yelling over like almost like 5 squares.
Chen-Chio, if you were not blinded, you probably race for it, but the laws prohibit any blind person to go race.
Yeah. So it's like I'm basically useless in this scenario, and especially since my character doesn't have knowledge in the pod race, so it's like no. So it's like I'm just gonna listen to them babbling and yelling and screaming at each other. It's like I should do that. It's like across the table.
Later, I'm going to come to you and say, do you think you can use your like force powers to like give us a little bit of a boost in the race? Just a little push.
Are you gonna say this like you yelling?
No.
You-
I as I said I'm going to talk to her later about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, it's a say that Chen can't participate because she's blind, but she's only considered blind if she failed the visual test. But with her powers, I think she can probably pass that, right?
No, people gonna look at her eyes. They know she's blind. Her eyes like burnt, lightsaber burn.
Yeah, but if she can prove that she can actually
No.
see,
It's like
Yeah,
people's like, okay, you're blind. That's it. People will know she's blind. That's the thing.
Well,
Just remove the blindfold. That's about it.
argue on that, right?
we could take her over to the modders. They could put in some Android eyes.
Android eyes, no.
That sounds really expensive.
Yes, it is very, very expensive.
I look to A55 and say, is you willing to donate?
Donate the lottery.
No.
And also, you'll be looking at a huge amount of money, which we don't have, and time as well.
Yes. So and I looked to Norvick, it's like, if you want to join with us, that is fine. I can go back and tell her that you're interested. Otherwise, if you want to try and enter your own, I'm sure Sigismund, I look to Krow, it's like, perhaps you could join instead, if you have any piloting experience.
Well, if it's a desperate situation, I guess I have to.
Norvick, you seemed really adamant trying to jerry-rig your own little pod race to go and race off on your own. You gonna do that, or you gonna help out sponsorship?
Well, it gives us 3 races in the pod race, and there's a 3 chance we might win. So.
That
Actually-
is right. You would need to get another pod racer and a pilot. Because the new law states that you need to
You need
have
2,
two
yeah,
per sponsor.
yeah, per sponsor, yeah.
So you could enter, but you would have to get someone else to pilot the other one.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
think
that's
I
right.
don't know what's with that.
That's right. I think we keep it with 2, so I'm happy to race if everyone is happy to do it.
All right. I can go back and tell Kira that we are set. Then,
Yep.
if you still want to talk to Gara, I can introduce her. 'Cause I was thinking of
yes,
making a
yes.
bet with her myself.
Yeah, I need we need 5,000 credits, so I was gonna get their 5,000 credits.
While they're
Uh,
talking, can I do an insight check on the table with the armed-looking fellas over there?
You mean the heavily armed looking fellas over there?
Yes, those heavily armed-looking fellows over there.
Okay, alright.
Wait, which group of heavily armed fellows?
Oh, you know, those over there.
Okay, everybody
Alright,
in this cantina is armed and dangerous, except for those other 4 that are like armed and extremely dangerous. Roll for insight.
Insight. 7. Shit.
No, okay, not enough. But to you, they look like normal patrons. They look like normal. It's like they look like. Do you look like racers? Or could be anybody. They could be anybody.
Yeah, still trying to keep an eye out, but nothing's been standing out to me.
Okay, All right. Okay.
All right.
Continue on the conversation.
Yep. So it'll be a good fun. Let me go speak to Kia. Tell her that I accept the deal, and I'll just tell her that we need to get the money, and we're gonna talk to Gara.
Yep.
And I look to the others. It's like, are we all agreed?
Yeah.
Yeah, Norvick seemed pretty well. Let's see why not.
All right. Let's go. Now, as I walk up and go to walk past, our lovely blind lady Chen, do those armed individuals look like regular patrons? Like nothing I would bother with inspecting, or do they look unusual sitting there?
Roll for insight.
While he does that, I say to Norvick, "Hey, for all you know, you could put that helmet of yours back on, maybe psych out the competition."
Yeah. I'll psych out
Okay.
here.
Right, Takarr, you never seen them before. You never seen these people before that have frequent this cantina. They are new. They are very, very new. You've never seen their faces before. Not that you can really see their faces. They're all wearing helmets. It's like the only thing you can see is their lips, drinking the water, and just sat there quietly. They're not even talking to each other. They're just sitting there and looking around. But what you notice is they're all very heavily armed, extremely heavily armed. Especially this one and this one. The moment they actually sat down, they actually put their jetpacks at the side of the couch.
Oh shit! That
And-
jetpacks?
Yes, and one actually carries a sniper rifle. This one actually carries a sniper rifle, and this actually carries a really, really big blade on his back. Two-handed blades, actually. And this one actually have a wrist-mounted rocket launcher, or small wrist-mounted rocket launcher, or a flamer on his left and his right wrist. But to you, they could be bounty hunters looking for somebody on this planet. But they're not looking in your direction. They're not looking at you,
thinking-
actually. They're just
That's
looking
who?
at A55.
Ah. Well, I suppose Norvick is in that general direction as well.
Mhm. Yeah, Norvick need to roll perception, which he passed. Okay, Norvick roll for insight with a +2 bonus. Okay, nope, you don't notice anything. You do notice that they're actually staring at your general direction, but to you, they don't look dangerous. They don't look like Mandalorians, but you do know for a fact they're bounty hunters. That's about it.
They're fans. They want us. They want your autograph.
Yeah, they could be saying something like, "Hey, look, a Mandalorian. Wow, he looks cool."
As I walk past, I'm thinking, oh, I hope that's not going to be more muscle that someone's brought in for the races.
Okay. And
I
then
catch
you went over to
Sigmund
the
and
room?
that. I catch Sigmund and that up with what's going to happen. Essentially, we accept it, and Norvick's going to be the pilot. Just in case they didn't realize from our yelling match earlier.
Okay. So sat on the couch. Kira looks at you and they said, "So, have you found the secondary pilot yet?"
Yes, our Mandalorian friend has offered to be the secondary pilot.
A Mandalorian secondary pilot. Wow, Mandalorians not really good racers from what I know, from what I can gather. And what makes this Mandalorian suddenly wants to race for you?
Well, he kind of wants us off his ship, and he would like the opportunity to enter this race that's free for all to the death, by the sounds of it. You know, Mandalorians and shooting things.
Well, yes. Then I guess that's probably what the reason they're here for. Maybe there's somebody within the gangs, one of the soup gangs, that probably is on his bounty list. Well, I'm not too sure who's going to be the racer for the rest of the gangs. All I know is the Kanji Club is going to be in, the Huts, and the Gato gangs.
It's like, just one moment, I'm noting all of this down. The Huts, the Cattle Gang,
and the Kanji Club.
I wave the bartender to get his attention.
The bartender actually comes over to you. Yes. More drinks?
Yeah. Just got a quick question. Do you have some tainted water? I
Oh
can
God.
give. Do you have any tainted water left? Like a jug you forgot to empty before the new cycle went through?
I don't really
Leans over the
keep
counter.
those.
I'm a medical professional. He's helping me with something. I want to determine what exactly caused the illnesses that was in the that helped with the water.
Okay.
I give him like 5 credits. You're not in trouble, my friend. I just want to know you have that in stock.
Okay. One need to roll for persuasion with assist, and then the next person need to whether that assist pass or not. They either you roll with advantage or that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, who's gonna assist?
I'm assisting. Yeah, I'm assisting him.
Alright.
Okay, cool. Roll for persuasion.
14.
Okay, now okay, Norvick, now roll for persuasion with advantage. +2. Okay. Alright.
Yeah.
See the bartender. It's like happily that takes your 5 credits and said, so you're a medical officer trying to actually look into the tainted water. Yes, I do have actually a similar barrel of it. Actually, it's at the back.
That'd be
But how many bottles do you need?
I nod over to the 4 over here. Can you just give them on the house for me? Not saying give them some tainted water.
Okay. In order for you to do that, you need to actually roll for persuasion again, but this time it's gonna be with disadvantage because he won't serve tainted water. Yes.
But from the distance, Norvick, is it Norvick or is it the Mandalorian?
Norvick.
Is he talking to this guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a sec. I want to roll for my perception first before I do anything.
And also, Norvick,
no.
you need to roll for insight. It's like why you want to give them tainted water.
They're old friends,
never
they're buddies.
Never mind. My plan is not.
Okay.
Beyond your understanding.
Yeah, because your insight is a 4. You failed early on, so you need to pass this reason. I need to know a reason why. Because you failed.
They're old buddies of yours.
Oh.
It's what bros do. I don't know.
Or just simply you don't like them.
No. Otherwise, you're going to be putting it as metagaming. Because giving them tainted water without knowing who they are. Why don't give tainted water to everybody in this bar instead?
Yeah, that's what I was planning to do. Like start with this guy and.
But you need to roll for insight on why. Otherwise, if you fail your persuasion check with disadvantage, the bartender will not do it. He's going to get shot by Ogagara if he poison everybody in this bar.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Or you're gonna get shot by Ogagara if she finds out that you want to poison her patrons. Okay. DC is supposed to be 15. It's like 9 now. Okay. Now you actually told the bartender they actually want to serve those 4 over there, but you need to roll for persuasion with disadvantage.
Yep, I'm gonna. Should I do it?
The DC is quite high also at the same time because he will not do it.
So I have something that we can work, but there's that. Never mind. I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
17.
Disadvantage.
Oh, okay. One more.
You think you asking one guy to poison Ogagara's patrons? No way. He looks to you. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna poison the people that come here. You're expecting to get shot. Ask me to do this thing again. I'm gonna report you to Olga. They walk away.
Sorry.
I look over to Norvick. I pulled that excuse straight out of me. And that's what you tell him to do?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Just yep. Pero
okay.
just
Okay. Meanwhile, the guy's done. Okay. Sigismund and Chen-Chio, what are you going to do?
I'm still just listening to the whole entire conversation. And,
Okay.
And I'm just like my what's it called? Because my perception is maybe because it's the disturbance in the force and such, I cannot like perceive it very closely. So I just like I'm just like being disturbed. Either I'm being disturbed or something, I'm not sure.
Yes. There's some
So it's
disturbance.
like
right?
but my main objective is to make sure that Sigi and A55 is within my view. That's my main. If they go anywhere without me, or if they go somewhere that's out of my view, I will go find them immediately.
Yes, your main concern now is to make sure that A55 is safe, because A55 knows the whereabouts and also carries a very important holocron inside of him, and also an unusual Kyber Crystal that you sense that, which is different than any other Kyber Crystals you actually sensed before. You sense Kyber, green Kyber, purple Kyber, it's like white and so on. Or just like, but this could be different. Unsure.
Yeah.
But-
So my objective is just to make sure that Sigi is by my side and A55 is within my view.
Okay. All right, Sigismund, what do you do?
Well, I'm seeing that them is like what else are they doing there, and just continue the keeping an eye on my party.
Okay, all right. Then passive perception from Chen-Chio and you. Okay, meanwhile, Takarr, A55 and Logain. Okay, now Takarr, what do you do?
Like when we sit down, it's like you already got the pilot. Yeah, because we already got the pilot and all that. And it's like, what do you think of Arca's deal that she's making with everyone about freeing them and whatnot? I see a lot of heavily armed people are coming into the bar these days. Do you think she's going to try and interfere with the races?
Olga Gara? No, she's a man of word. She's a person of the word. She will not try to do anything, because everybody else would be angry if she tried to do anything, of course. But I've never seen those people before in my life, and neither of them actually look like a racer to me. But not actually bother much. But everybody here in this bar carry weapons, even me, even my granddaughter.
Oh, yeah, I say, oh, yes, I, seen firsthand. I imagine the granddaughter's like, oh god.
So, and then have you decided?
Yes, we're gonna enter, we need to speak with Gora first to get some money available, but we have 2 races, and we will happily join with you.
Okay, can you bring this secondary racer here so that I can actually see her or him?
Instead of walking back over there, I wave over Norvick. If he can see me.
Okay, Norvick, roll for perception. DC very low.
Norvick,
Norvick.
leave.
Norvick-chan.
What?
Leave.
I thought that would get his attention. Persuasion.
Perception,
Yeah.
perception.
Okay.
Maybe Crow can see me.
Nope, it's too busy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still kind of berating him about trying to poison those 4 guys.
Yes.
Just a
Crow
minute.
is like giving a lecture to Norvick. What have I ever done to you? They look like normal people to me. They're just having a drink, enjoying themselves.
They have a jetpack.
Good guy, good guy as
So do you.
Tell us that you would have caused them. How dare you?
They have a jetpack, and I want it.
That's the reason.
It's the only reason why.
Because they have a jetpack, and I want it.
So you want to go kill him for the checkback.
Yeah.
Just walk over to him.
Is this a
All right,
Mandalorian thing with you, or is it?
Planning to poison them.
I think it's a Mandalorian thing. You keep what you kill or something. I don't know.
You plan to poison them. How about buy them a drink with very high alcohol content that should knock them out?
Yeah, who can knock out first? Let's see. And they're obviously gonna invite him over for a drink also.
I squeeze around A55 and I will go back over there and say, before we go forward, Kira would like to meet you. And I talk to Krow, it's like, you can come over too.
Oh, me? I don't think she wants to see me. She wants to see him.
Sure.
Alright. It's like, you're sure you're good here by yourself then?
Oh yeah, I'll be fine. I'll just keep an eye out. You guys go discuss whatever you need to.
As I walk off, I turn around and say, Krow, you're alright, you know that, right?
Yeah, I guess I do. Not really sure what you mean by that.
I'm concerned, like, because he's sitting there by himself, and Kefar are very friendly people, so I'm concerned that maybe he's, like, he's depressed or something.
While he's walking away, can I just, like, take another, like, look around the room to see what's going on?
Well, you notice that the 4 people that Norvick wanted to poison, they decided to actually head to the Pazak table and start having a game.
So walk past and say, excuse me, gentlemen.
And then after that, then one of them, this particular person over here, turns to you like Chen-Chio and asks, "Hey, you lady, care to join us for a game of Pazak?"
Ooh.
Okay. As the actual character is like, what is a berserk? I have never heard of such thing.
Well, Pazak is global. It's galactic wide. It's very famous galactic wide. It's a card game.
Oh, card game. Layman term, is it like blackjack?
Have you played 21?
Yeah, blackjack. Is it blackjack?
Yeah, it's
Is it
essentially
blackjack?
21. But
21. It's 21.
with
Okay.
maths.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I say that no, I do not gamble. My teaching forbids me to gamble. Thank you for your offer, but I will have to turn you down.
My Kefir ears twitch when I hear it.
And after-
What?
And this man actually looks to you and points to you, Krow. "Hey, how are you over there? Give her a game."
I like look to my left, then to my right, and I just point at myself all confused.
Yeah,
Talking to me?
you. Yeah, you. Definitely you.
I don't know. My sense, I like pick up the empty glass of Corellian ale. I'm not in the right shape to be playing Pizzatak. I'm just trying to like feign drunkenness to like get out of this situation.
Alright, roll for deception.
Oh no.
Oh, maybe they try to convince you, but you're playing like stupid because you're playing.
Oh,
drunk.
15.
Okay, pass. Okay, pass.
That was a dick.
Yeah. And one of them was like, "Boss, obviously it's drunk, boss." It's like, then after that, then he turns. "How about you, young man?" Points to you, Sigismund.
Yeah, before he
Yeah,
does,
but
have
you-
fun, you guys. I like pretend like face plant onto the counter.
Just lie down there. Okay. Alright, Sigismund, they asked you for a game. What you do?
I immediately grabbed Sigismund's hand and say, I was like, I even though you can't see my eye is saying it's like no. It's like and oh no.
No gambling.
And then this man that looks to you, Sister Chen-Chio, you can feel the force. You know he's literally staring and looking at you. "Oh, sorry. I didn't know that's your son."
Oh.
Yes, I appreciate you do not influence my son into gambling. After all, he's a person that is very easily influenced, and I did not wish that he's been influenced by something as bad as gambling.
Let them have it. Let them have it. Go over and breed them.
He's a good little boy. A mama's boy, to be exactly.
Oh, I'm not gonna force slap you out of this shit, man. Do not make me
Sure.
force slap you, man.
Roll for wisdom saving throw.
Who? Who is
Roll
wisdom?
for
saving
wisdom saving throw.
You Chen-Chio.
Me?
Yes.
Oh,
He is a mama's boy.
Okay, you feel as if all four of those people sitting next to you, sit on the other side of the table, they ask you to play the game. You feel as if they're all actually staring at you at one time. You feel cold at first, you feel as if they're all actually holding their left thigh, as if they're preparing to actually take a blaster to shoot you, but they don't. They actually hold everything back. But you feel as if they actually all have ill intentions toward you. You feel cold, but again, after that sensation and that feeling fades away. As one person actually jumps into the table and suddenly talks to you. I play a game with you. Come, let's play a game of Panza. And after that, they all stop. You sense that feeling of dread actually just goes away as they all started to play games. But yet at the same time, you also held your lightsaber, as actually is hidden, it's like on your cloak. If they actually prepared to do anything, and you were prepared to actually counter it if it happens.
I whispered to Sigismund, this is not a good place to continue staying at.
Okay, Sigismund, roll for perception with advantage.
Perception. Okay.
Okay,
oh, nice.
you actually noticed that Chen-Chio, one of her hand was actually holding the lightsaber, well hidden from everybody except for you. But after that, then Chen-Chio actually told you that this is not a safe place for you and her. But you stayed there also because you felt the coldness on your shoulder just slowly vanishing. Chen-Chio.
I just grab Siggy's hand, Siggy by the hand, and say that we should go. We should leave here immediately. Do I still need to roll for insight for those four because of my ill intention force field, whatever thing you call it?
Mm-hmm.
Do I still need to roll for insight?
Roll for insight with advantage. Okay,
fine.
no enough to beat the
rolled.
DC 15. Okay. But
Not,
they're all focusing on playing the game of Pazak, actually. They're all busy playing.
I just felt I mean I do not know their intention, but I just assume that their intention is not neither good
Honorable. Yeah.
good or bad, but I just don't want them in my presence. Basically something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, you can move to another table though, that's empty, if there is one.
Wait, let me see if there is any table.
Because at the same
Okay,
time,
okay.
you also gonna
Move down the bottom.
I bring Ziggy towards here. If there's anything, it's easier for us to run away. Wait, here. If anything,
Okay.
it's easy for us to run. Ziggy,
Okay,
come here.
Sigismund. Siggy, come here, boy. Siggy.
You might have to force pull him.
No, I don't want to use forceful. Not in their present. I'll just say that. Come, Ziggy.
Okay, Roach, are you still gonna be sitting here? Yeah.
Let's just
Roach,
assume
Roach.
that
Yeah,
he
but
grabs
let's
his
just
hand.
assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just assume that he is following me, Herbert.
Okay.
That's
All right.
Roach being Roach, you know he is very.
Yes. All right. Okay. Meanwhile, the table with Kira and Sahara, Logain, A55, Takarr Jin, and Norvick. You're actually on the table. You actually see the other four actually playing cards. We actually invited Chen-Chio, Krow, and even Sigismund to play a card with them, but all three refused. And until actually got interrupted by one of the alien beings that actually joined them. But Kira actually then turns to you, Norvick, and they said, so she points to you, so you're the one that's going to be using the speeder for the race. How confident are you? She asks you, Norvick.
Yeah, we're all looking at Norvick.
Yeah, they're all looking at Norvick. And Norvick's like,
Norvick?
Leave.
Meanwhile,
Norvick.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mic was off. I'm very confident. I like to play dirty when I'm allowed to.
Ow.
Wow, play dirty. If everybody like Takar's friend loves to play dirty, first it was Logain and now you, and then she turned to Takarr. Takarr, you should have invited both of them that night. They were all three.
Oh
Then
dear
all four of us
God!
would be having fun.
Oh dear God!
I scratch my chin. It's like, as well, A55 did request her to join, but I didn't know what you would, how you would feel about that.
Damn
I
it.
looked at A55 and say, well, I suppose next time.
Okay, Norvick, roll for insight when she mentioned that. It's like Takarr Jin and her that night with a wisdom natural 20. Roll insight with advantage. +5.
Oh god, the embarrassment on Jahira's face must be palpable.
Insight
Advantage?
3. Yeah, advantage.
Hmm.
Okay.
Finally.
Okay, Norvick, it seems that all these innuendos that this old lady, this old Takarr is like talking about, and then with the way she looks at Takarr Jin, and you turn to Takarr Jin, and you turn to the old lady, and you put 2 and 2 together, and you're like, now
Yeah,
you know why she's so willing to be your sponsor.
Yeah, I the reason I done a wisdom save is if I had lower, I was gonna like start killing people. so it wasn't that.
you were bored until you started hearing all the innuendos and like, oh, this is actually starting to get interesting now.
Yeah.
And you're surprised that this lady was actually willing to actually let Takarr bring you and Logain to join in her special reunion night.
Wait, what? Can you repeat?
It's okay. Now, okay, Logain, Norvick, she asked you, are you feeling confident? You say you're very, very confident. Then after that, she just turns to you and said, after she actually asked Takarr to actually invite you over for that night, then you realize that something's wrong. Then after you realize that what was wrong, then you think, oh, this guitar really, really is like a pure cat on an extreme heat. So then after that she said, so if you're going to be willing to be the pilot together with you and your friend Takarr, I'd be willing to actually throw in the money to actually let you use my speeders for the race. So I would actually have 2. My granddaughter will stay out of this, of course. But since you are actually able to, I want to actually introduce you, to actually bring you to see what speeders we'll actually be using. Come, Shahira, let's bring them over to actually see what's there. She actually brings all of you to the back of the cantina.
Okay. Suppose I still want to eventually talk to Gara to bet
Do I
that.
see which way they go out? Is it through the front entrance?
No, you can just bring yourself there because I removed the dynamic lighting and everything, and also the walls. They actually,
No, I mean,
it's very easy for you to spot Crow. Very easy. They actually head to the back of the cantina.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Oh, it's just at the back of the cantina, or is it going to be going to another map?
No, it's just here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And she shows you one of the speeder, and then Sahira actually start talking. This is a dark speeder, of course, during the Clone Wars, but heavily modified.
I go
Yes.
over it. It's like rub my like place my hand and like glide over it. It's like this is a
And after that, she said, then this is a 614 AVA speeder bike, also modified, but both of them are actually quite capable and able to actually like speed things up. However, if things goes to show, and also if you actually try to push yourself, this bike is actually really fast. But the other troop gangs, they know things can be quite difficult and also can be quite fast for them. If you think that your skills and abilities is able to, then you can actually handle the bark speeder and also the other speeder bike. But if anything happens and then you somehow lose control or smash yourself into a wall, then you have no choice but to roll 12d6 damage on yourself. Oh wait, sorry, 12d10 damage on yourself.
Ooh. It is quite fine, my dear. I am quite fast even without a bike. I look to Norvick and say,
What
"What
she
about
said.
you?"
That's what she said.
And then Kira looks at you, Takarr. Yes, you were actually quite fast. Very disappointing.
God.
Yeah. Which to the shock of Norvick, because Norvick knows everything, so he tried to close his ears. No more of this.
I say, well, what about you, Norvick?
Well, we live once, we die once.
And I look
Yeah.
to Logan and I suppose A55, since Crew's not here. What do you two think? You are the technical experts here? Hello?
Yes,
Can
sorry.
we take a look at the speeder bike and maybe make some specifications to reduce the damage it does on the pilot?
Okay, which bike do you look at? This one? Or this one? You do see Logain actually heading to the other one, inspecting it, looking at it, checking on
I'm
it.
gonna assist Logain on this one.
Okay. Logain is like heading off to open fast. So right now, gonna be rolling for his technology. Okay, he's gonna assist you instead. Now you're gonna be rolling for technology with advantage.
A55, you there?
Yep, I'm here. Just give me a second.
Just loading the bike
Yeah, the
maintenance.
character sheet.
I was going to say the program for bike maintenance. You need to find where it's stored in your operating system.
What was it? Is it intelligence or I'm sorry, technology, right?
Technology.
Oh my god.
Okay, alright. Okay, going to Norvick first. Norvick actually look at the bike. Okay, Norvick, actually look at this bike. It's actually an Aratech Repulsor. It's actually an Aratech Repulsor speeder bike, designated 614 AVA. Okay, what you know about this? It's actually made on Lothal, on the planet Lothal. Actually, mostly used by the former Imperial military speeder patrols, used by the former Imperial. However, since the fall of the Empire, this bike is now sold mostly and almost everywhere during the New Republic, and even during the Republic itself. And actually, okay, one of the bike is it actually have this telescopic parts that could actually retract into the main body for ease of storage, meaning that you can bring this bike and put it into your small ship, and it won't take too much space. Same with bulk speeder. And then after that, this military speeder itself is actually quite fast, quite durable. However, it have some concerns. When you do lose control of this bike, and when you do run it at really full speed, depending on your pilot skill, and if you fail and you crash, it's going to cause massive explosive concussion damage to you and to the bike itself, which would actually kill you if you're not careful. But it can be modified with perhaps better weaponry, better stability, maybe giving you an edge in your piloting skill. But you're gonna take some time and money, of course. But as long as you have the parts, you can repair this. Or if you have other speeder bike parts, which you can actually salvage from. But then you take some time. But of course, A55, when you look at the bike that you actually have, you are surprised to see that the Qatar Kira and Shahira managed to get their hands on a Clone Wars era Vark speeder, a biker advanced recon commando. This is actually very, very powerful. It's very fast. Even its cannons is more than enough to actually take down a normal vehicle. If you think that one pilot can actually take this, the best way is actually to shoot them when you're at the back and shoot them when they're at the front. That's the best. But if you're not the shooter type or want to take down the enemy, you can just like race as fast as possible and probably leave everybody behind. But if the pilot crash with this Vark speeder, it's going to be catastrophic, even much worse than the one that Norvick is looking at.
I'm just looking at it and I say it's beautiful.
I turn around and I talk to everybody and tell them about the awesomeness of this bike and its capability. But you gotta risk it to take the biscuit, because if you crash in this,
Crash and burn.
it was nice knowing you.
Yeah.
Build speed and power.
You can break the fourth wall, H55. If you crash with this and say goodbye to your character, create new characters.
You know what? Takarr is a gambler, so yeah, he will definitely willing to take the gamble on this.
Okay. But A55, you can also modify this actually. Maybe improving its stability, its capability, maybe giving an edge to Takarr Jin's piloting skill. If he were to actually handle this with his current skill, he might die. Maybe same with Norvick. You're starting to have doubts, A55. Maybe you need to find other pilots other than Takarr and Norvick, better ones actually. But there's none in the party that actually is good. Or you think?
I talked to Takarr. Sure, you'd be able to handle this. This is a whole bunch of power underneath your butt. And I think somebody with better skill might be better suited to drive. Not saying you're not good. Saying it's a whole lot of work to you.
Well, we don't have a lot of time, and we need people now, and I'm willing. And I put my hand on his shoulder. It's like, I trust you and Legion's expertise. I'm sure you would be able to come up with something to help me.
I'm still down for it. I just need some parts to make it more better. But I can able to do it.
Shahira looks at you, Takarr Jin, and she said, well, every time I race with the Barb Speeder, most of the race has been non-lethal, such as this one. And whenever we crash, we are always surrounded by a ball of energy, like a shield ball, that will actually protect us and will just bounce away from any dangers or any damages. Only for this one, I think the stakes is just higher. But if you were to actually race in other planets, then I believe that it's different for that one.
And I'm like my hand across the bike, and like I say, if I win this, I would be able to free my grandmother and the other Kafar villagers from their debt with Gora. I have something that she will be willing to accept as bet in order to free them. So I believe that in itself is worth the risk.
Yes.
I walk up to her and say, your concern is most pleasing. Thank you. I was thinking about grasping her hand, but that's probably a bit too much.
Okay. Then after that, you see Kira actually there looks to you, Takarr, then to Norvick, then to A55, and then to Logain, and then she said, well, if you feel you're ready, I will put your name for the registration with Algara, like today or perhaps tomorrow, and you can bring this bike over to your ship, and actually you can maintain it from there. Or you can just leave it here and just maintain it here. It doesn't really matter.
And I look to Norvick and the officer says, well, if we could, she'll probably take it back to the ship and the dock. That way we can keep a closer eye on them, and we can work on them there.
Agree.
I go back over and say, thank you, Kira, for this opportunity.
Yes, and thank you too to you for a really fun night. I will never forget that, of course.
He blushes and say, "Oh, I will guarantee I will never forget that, Eva."
Okay, all right. Norvick, roll for wisdom saving throw. If you fail, you're gonna send shivers down your spine.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. The other two still have no idea what's going on, do they?
Yeah, they have no idea. Right? Okay, you pass. Otherwise, you're gonna be stunned. Stunned for a few rounds.
Yep.
Mm.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
I suppose that would be it. I'm gonna need to make a bet with Gara, but other than that, then I suppose I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow at the races.
Yes, yes. I'll see you two at your ship tomorrow.
Mm.
And she walks away together with her granddaughter and vanish. But meanwhile,
Mhm.
Chen-Chio and Sigismund, while you two actually sitting down there, actually drinking
Aw.
wow, you drink. You notice that other people has been busy also drinking. You see the rest of the other patrons. You see the last 4 people that actually played. You see that after they finish playing Berserk, you see the other. They went back to his chair, and then the other 4 actually like slowly head out, passing you, Chen-Chio. And then one of them stopped to look at you, and he bows and said, "Oh, I'm sorry to try to actually invite your son to play Berserk. He's definitely not ready for it yet. He doesn't seem ready for anything." They look to you, Sigismund.
Mm.
You are able to see their eyes because they're all wearing helmets.
Mm.
Do you two want to say anything?
I'll say
No,
Well?
he's not ready, and I do not wish him to be influenced by such. So, thank you, but yes, no. And
Well,
then I just let him go. Let him go.
so I'll just say have a good day, sir.
Have a good day to you. And after he just walks away. Okay, what do you want to do?
I'm just make sure that they really leave. They really leave the compound and all the place. And I just say, whatever they are trying to plot, I just do not like it. Even though if I do not sense anything, it just feels bad being around them. I don't know what they are plotting, but Sigismund, I hope that when the time comes, you'll know what's best for you.
Alright. Hold on. Let me clean my table first. Eating my McD.
Literally, right?
Yes. My just arrived. Paper crunching sound. Go on.
Okay. Alright, okay, Sigismund, Chen-Chio, what's the last thing you guys want to do?
I just tell him that hope he knows what to do when I taught him all the things that is necessary for him, and that's it. And my turn.
Okay. Alright, Sigismund, you?
Not much I'll say. Alright. Noted. Shall we move on?
Yes, we shall. But we should wait for the others.
Yeah.
It seems that they are in their peak of their discussion.
Yeah. This place, this environment is making me very uneasy.
Yes, I felt the same to Sigismund. But there's nothing we can do right now except waiting for their confirmation with their what's it called again? Sponsorship? Yeah, sponsorship.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, right, Crow, while you're actually playing possum on the bar, you actually see the Chen-Chio and Sigismund actually change seats in a way. But you notice that the four of those armed people earlier on actually just had some conversation with Chen-Chio. You're able to hear what they're actually talking about. But they left the cantina. So, Crow, what do you want to do? 2 actions.
Yeah, as soon as I leave, I drop the drunken act, I get up from my seat, start walking along the counter until I get to the bartender here. Sort of like tap my fingers on the counter, get his attention.
Yeah, and it comes to you and they say, yes, I hope that your friend have no other funny ideas to poison my patrons here, of course.
Yeah, I'm real sorry about it. Just that, he's a Mandalorian. He gets very uneasy around other people like those. Hey, by the way, about those people, do you know anything about them?
Roll persuasion. He looks like.
And yeah, while I'm speaking, I just take out 25 credits from my co, and I just start sliding over the counter. Like, it would be very, very helpful information for me, just so I could steer clear of him, maybe get the Mando off their back as well.
We're like, persuasion with +2 bonus.
$21.
And it tells you, it's like, well, between you and me, boy, never seen them before, but they're new here. But judging by the gear they're carrying, and judging by everything they're carrying, they seem to be some sort of bounty hunters of looking for somebody. Nobody actually around this town carries something that heavy. That amount of heat is enough to actually destroy whatever they're trying to actually kill. Well, from what I know, judging by the uniforms, and judging by what they're actually wearing, those looks like bits and pieces of Mandalorian armor.
Really? Now that's very interesting.
But they don't look Mandalorian, though. I can tell you that. Not like your friend. They seem to be probably taken those pieces of armor and just strapped them together. I don't think they're Mandalorian in this place. But it's best to actually take care. Just it's best to actually step clear of them and let them handle their job or anything.
Yeah, best stay clear, huh? Well, how about you take care? Then I tap my finger on the 25 credits and then start walking away from the counter.
They say thank you. He walks away and he head towards Chen-Chio and Sigismund.
Yep. I step over. Those 4 guys, they want something from you?
No, I felt something. They give out a bad vibe and I do not like it. I suggest that they leave me alone. Me and Sigismund. But whatever they want, I just do not know what. I just don't know what they want, but it seems that they want something. But there will never be a chance to know because they never mention what they want. But either way, since they left the premises, I assume that you guys have done your conversation as well?
I saw them go outside. I don't know if they're done or not, but I asked the bartender, those 4 guys, the hunters, it seems like they're not after you or any of us, quite frankly. They didn't even seem to recognize us. We're fine.
I'm not sure. I won't put such lightly for now. After all, from what they show on their surface and what they show within their hearts, it's a very different feel. I've almost felt it, yet something just doesn't feel right. It seems that there is something. Maybe because my role is not high, but it's okay. But it's okay. As long they are not winning me, I'm fine with it. But how is the conversation going? I presume it's going nice, I assume?
I wouldn't know because I saw them leave out through the back with them, but who knows, maybe they are done by now. Let's just wait for them, I guess. And then Crow's gonna walk back to the counter and just wait there, not do anything.
Since we're sort of done, we're gonna sort of proceed back in. So I want to speak to Orca. I say, Norvick, did you still want me to introduce you? It seems like Kira is paying for an entry fee. But you could use the money to bet or to upgrade the bikes.
Yeah, agree. I'll come with.
Okay. Speak to the others a second. Do you want to come back in, or you're fine with the bikes?
I'm fine with them. They look in a good condition to me.
Do you think we can upgrade them? Make a few adjustments to make them a bit easier to drive?
Let me make a technology
think we
roll
can.
for that one before I give you my answer.
I know A55 pretty much said.
Yeah.
Yeah. A55, here's your moment to shine.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second.
He's so stunned, he's silent.
Sound like a vegetable.
Almost there. Hold on.
It's like, look at the bikes. In terms of upgrading, I don't know. A55, what do you
Okay.
think?
My God.
I think it depends on what we're looking at upgrading it for, since all tactics are in play. We need to find out whether defense, offense, agility, or speed.
If you can help with my driving checks, you can deal with the rest. If you can help with my piloting, then my particular skills would be better used for the others. Guys?
Yeah.
We're waiting for the DM to say something.
I think we would make your to make your driving speed easier. We work on improving the handling.
Maybe we can
How
do
much do you
something
think-
to add a booster to the engine. You know, a big shiny red button that can last when you press it. It can go really, really fast.
How many credits do you think that would cost?
I do not know.
DM?
Could I do my lore or history from all my studies in the libraries to see how much all of this would cost, or an approximate?
I don't have to roll for lore for that. You just need to roll for technology.
Let me roll for technology as well to see if I'm lucky again.
I'm sure Norvick's thinking about exactly what pieces of scrap he needs.
Okay. Well, for A55 and for you, Logain.
My God, another 24. Jesus.
Well, that's
It actually depends on what you want to do with the speeder. What other upgrade do you want to do? You want to increase the speed, you want to increase the stability, you want to improve its weaponry, how? But you need to head towards the Fire Outpost shop to actually ask for the parts.
We could boost its speed and stability, maybe even adds a little bit to its firepower. What do you think?
Adding in more speed, you're just going to kill the player if they do a mishap in a pilot skill. Increasing the speed to make it faster increases the damage when you ram somebody.
I would prefer the stability to be able to make the piloting checks easier. Rather than speed.
Too bad this thing is small. Otherwise, if it was slightly big, we could have added an autopilot feature.
Like a droid.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Like a droid program that can, a bit stare it down while you take out your blaster and you start shooting. But sadly, it's small enough. Both of them are small enough. They cannot tolerate such upgrade.
Okay, well, give me a moment. I'm going to bet, but I'm going to put my family's future on the line with something, and we'll be back, and we can go over and talk to the swoop bike shop part owner. Norvick.
Leave.
Norvick.
Sorry, I'm doing work stuff.
Did you still want to meet Olga?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, re-walk in and tell the others what's happening.
I walk over.
Woohoo.
Take this third seat right here. Why not?
So we got the bikes. I'll just cut it short. We got the bikes. They could use a little bit of work. I'm just gonna introduce Norvick to Gara, and
Use a bit of work. Did she give us bad bikes?
Oh no, they're pretty good actually. It's just that for this particular race, we need something a bit with oomph. Considering all the weapons and all tactics are going to be completely legal.
Right.
This is to the death after all.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know. A55 was a bit concerned about our piloting skills, but that's fine. I mean, it's only deaf. And I'm sure they can fix up something to help with that. We're heading over to the bike shop after this to get parts. Did you want to come?
Yeah, I've had my fair share of fun around here already. Let's go.
Alright, just give us one moment. Unless you would like to place a bet with Gara as well, if you have money, regarding the outcome of the race.
I'm not very much the gambling type. You guys have fun.
Alright. Sigismund, would you like to gamble?
Sorry?
How about you, Sigismund? Are you much of a gambling person?
No, I don't really gamble.
I was expecting your mother to jump in there.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at him to see that does he knows what he's gonna do. He's like, I'm watching you, boy.
Oh, very good fan.
Oh, you
All right.
heard the link.
Yeah, I can see her giving me the stink eye for the bandages. Okay. Yeah, I'll take What's down to introduce to Gara. Norvick, if you still want to talk to her.
Yeah.
Let's speed things up a little bit so the others can get a little bit more time.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll walk up and just wait until they're finished up with their hands and they're on. I don't want to interrupt her.
While they're doing that, I got my foot up on the table, and I'm just like eyeing Chen-Chio for a moment until I finally ask, "So, how do you see? Like, you've been wearing the blindfold. I don't quite understand that."
This is so very excellent question, but it's something that I've been gifted with. You see, although I'm blind, but I can still feel the force around you, just like you are still in front of me. You have the force within you that channels throughout the whole entire galaxy. It's just that you have to open up to it, but I can see that you are not one with the force.
So,
I
you can navigate blind?
Yes, I can navigate blind as how I have been doing right now. I know that you're sitting in front of me, and what are you doing right now? Are you just making something, or you're just sitting right there?
She's just sitting there doing nothing. Foot up on the table.
I know that you're sitting right in front of me and doing nothing. And I know that the person beside that is doing something behind the counter. You see, force is not just a power itself, but it's a life force. Something that is beyond that. It's a vast knowledge of information. All you need to do is learn and accept it as it is. And you will know that force is so much more than just a power that you can use for light and dark. But that's a topic for another day, unless you're more interested to learn about.
You remind me of the navigators of the Chiss Ascendancy. They helped navigate my people through hyperspace.
Huh?
Yeah. In my tongue, we call them Azulo Assemble. But I guess for basic.
Because I need to know. There's some things that are happening here. It's been 3 hours already. I can't really be on at the moment.
Herb?
Yep.
So it's been 3 hours. I can't.
You have to go to work?
No. Something else has come up. So I need to attend to it.
Oh, it's okay. Another 30 minutes, we're gonna be ending anyway. So, but for next week, Leaf have to work on a Sunday, so 3 p.m. is not gonna work for him. But he'll be back at 6:30 p.m. Melbourne time, 6:30 p.m. So meaning that for you guys, is it okay that if we start around that time?
6:30. 6:30 Melbourne time.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay, right. Norvick, it's like you're actually standing next to Olga Gara. Well, she's actually busy playing cards with the rest of the outfits, and you're next to you is Takarr Jin. And Olga Gara then turns to Takarr and then she said, I saw you actually talking to Kira. And it seems that Kira seems to actually found some fondness about you, Takarr Jin. And it seems that this race is going to be a 2-on-2, or actually 6 races actually already signed up, including you and your friend. Olga said. So, but what are you here to discuss?
I'm here because I wanted to see if you would be willing to make a personal bet with me. But before that, my friend here, Norvick, wanted to speak to you.
For leverage of giving, I have some information you might be interested, but I wouldn't. I would expect some compensation of that information. About 20,000 credits.
Ooh.
It's regarding your position on this planet.
My position on this planet, you say? Oh. Please, pray tell. Everybody stop playing cards and start turning to your general direction now and listening to you.
Credits first, then I'll tell. Because
No.
if I tell...
Roll for persuasion first.
Yeah.
Oh god, this has just got really interesting all of a sudden.
And then you see the rest of the patrons sitting down here. Takarr Jin, Krow, Chen-Chio, everybody. All of you actually notices that it's like Koga Gara actually just raised her hand, and you see many of the patrons actually putting their blasters on the table, waiting for a signal. And then Olga Gara then turns to you, Norvick, and said, well, it depends on that information, and if I don't like it, then, well, Taka, I hope you're gonna say goodbye to your friend, but please tell, I'm not gonna be putting a credit immediately if I want to know what you're trying to say. Olga Gara tells you, I rule this place. Everybody listens to me, and I'm much more powerful than the Huts.
Well, if you're much powerful, you probably would know about this then. There's a secret Imperial base on this planet nearby. Would you know that? And I have the coordinates for it.
Ah. Coordinates. And do you have these coordinates on you right now?
Yes, I do.
I am a woman of my words, she said, and I don't like Imperial presence on my planet. If this Imperials is indeed there, then I will send my men to rid of it, of course. Same as any any New Republic presence. I don't like New Republic or Imperial to actually take over my place.
Me too.
But I'll make a deal for you, Norvick. Since that you're a friend with Takarr Jin, and my biggest contributor, Kira, seems to find a fondness to this young cat. So, how about you give me the coordinates first? I'll send my man to investigate that location. If we find that your information is true, then I will give you 10,000 credits immediately, just for me to actually rid these Imperials of my planet. But that is as far as I go. If Takarr Jin were to assist you with your persuasion roll just now, you might have rolled with advantage, but now it's already too late for that.
No, it's alright. It's all good.
That didn't even occur to me.
Yes. If the DC was higher, if you're able to beat the DC, I'll definitely throw in another 10,000 credits. But now, Your negotiation is 10,000 credits. Otherwise, I will let you fly off this planet without any difficulties. And you will be able to actually come to this planet as, of course, a guest of mine. But you need to give this information first. Since you already said that you know the coordinates, and you don't have much time, Norvick, please bring this coordinate to my table. As of now, you have 1 minute.
Sure. I got a data pad.
Okay.
I'll send the data to the data pad.
Just airdrop it.
Just airdrop it.
Okay. Right. You send the data pad. It's like to her data. Then she looks at it. Then she snaps her fingers, and after that, you see 3 people as they walk over towards the table. And then after that, then they said, "Yes, Olga." And then they said, "Then Olga talks to her. Please investigate this location, please, and make sure that you return back and tell me if it's true that there are Imperial presence on this planet. Please tell me. Then we can get the token." Yes, Olga. Then all like left. Then she looks to you, Norvick. They'll return the next few days, and hopefully that they'll find this place and this location. But for the time being, you should prepare yourself for the race, Norvick.
I agree. Happy huntings.
Yes.
Then I leave. And thank you, Takarr.
Yeah. That was interesting.
And then Olga turns to you, Takarr, and she said, "Yes, Takarr, your friend seems to be very interesting. And what do you bring on the table?"
Indeed. So, yes. Well, since you already know that I've accepted Kira's offer to
Alright,
join
okay,
the race
I gotta
team.
Okay, take a minute.
Accept the race to accept Kira's offer to join her name. I was wondering if you would be willing to take a bet on it. If our team happens to win in the names of Kira, you will drop all the debt to all the Kafar villages, including mine, in the area.
Yes. All 4 villages will no longer be in debt and will no longer work for me as slaves. They'll be free to go as free. They'll be free to go, of course, if you win. But what if you don't win? What are you going to give me?
Then if I do not win, then I will put this up as collateral. And I pull out a box, and I open it and show her what's inside.
Okay. When you open up the box, and then after that you show her what's inside, and then she look at them, and then after that you also look at them at the same time, and then you're like, and then you see 2 small metal sticks, and then Logain looks to him. A very old lightsaber. Not yours, I presume. She look.
No. No, of course not.
This looks like a family heirloom. A nice box, nicely put here too. It's like, then she lifted one up, and then she tried to press one tiny button. Nothing. Seems to be damaged, but doesn't matter. The lightsaber's a lightsaber. They have the price. They put a nice price on the market. 2 of this will definitely cover the price that I give to Norvick. If his information is true, this would easily fetch 20,000 or 20,000 credits in the market. It's like, then I will keep this as collateral, and hopefully you win.
So
and you're like, So that's what's in the box.
I add my feeling, but it's like, so we have a deal. If our team wins, that you will erase all the debt to the Kafar, to the villages. And if I do not, then you keep these. We have a compact, and I put my hand out.
Yes. If you win, of course. If you win. So, do you believe that you're going to win then?
Oh, I say, I guess you could say that I had a unexpected ally in this. And chuckle a little bit.
Then he's like, here, look. Ah, an ally. And what that ally be then? He said, I'm not too sure you have any other allies. I see that you brought a blind lady in a distance.
Oh, since we're all looking over her, I'll look over her. I'll say, oh, she's just another friend. So you could say a concerning interest. As taking, put an eye on myself and my village.
Then she closed the lid. Then, here's the deal. You better get prepared then while I look at this. And after she just looked at the two sabers and it's like, really interesting. Really, really interesting. She's like, okay. That's why she closed it. And then after that, Chen-Chio, you felt as if there's something wrong. It's as if you felt a very strong force energy emanating where Takarr Jin is actually standing, and then it just vanished. The moment it appears, and it vanished immediately.
What thing?
Roll for perception.
Nope.
Oh, God.
Nope. You sense it, but you can't see it. Meaning that the moment Olga Gara opened up the lid, you can sense the force energy coming out from that box. But the moment she closed the lid, the force energy vanished. Yes, the blind lady can see. Okay. Meanwhile, okay. All right. Krow, Sigismund, and Chen-Chio. So you don't want to do? What do you three want to do? Norvick past you though, by heading towards the ship area.
I just whisper. I felt something in the force, but it was too fast, too quick, too faint. Is there something happening in? I just pointed at what's his name again? Takarr Jin. Yeah. But is there something wrong in Takarr Jin?
Something wrong in Takarr Jin. You broke up again.
Takarr Jin's direction. Because Herbert said that it was at his direction, right? It's just that I just felt it, but I can't see it. So I just say that. Is there anything going on in Takarr Jin's direction?
Oh, while she's talking, Norvick passes. Wait, Norvick, he walks past. I hate that guy. Krow looks back to the table, then back over. Lady, I don't know what it is you're seeing or feeling, but it's probably nothing.
Maybe. My sense seems to have been going off for quite a while. Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I just need some rest. You know what? I think we should call it a day. If the negotiation for the sponsorship is done, I think it comes to the conclusion that we will have our race, despite me not liking it. But if it's for us to get out of here the soonest, I guess it's the only way we can do it.
Maybe your force energy is just all over. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you're right. I think we should call it a day and get ready for what's come tomorrow. Look over towards Takarr. Does it look like he's concluding with that conversation?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Once I've concluded, I will begin to walk over. Yeah.
Yeah. Takarr looks pretty much done there. He'll come over when he's ready, I'm sure.
Speed things up there.
All right, Sigismund, what do you want to do?
Well, since Chan said something's wrong, then I say, well, then let's go check what is wrong. Right.
I guess you could have, while she was asking you, could have looked over there and see what's happening when I was talking to her.
Huh?
If Sigismund.
You broke up again.
I just say that if Siggy move, I move. So he moved towards there, I move towards there.
Yeah. Then I say, okay, where did you sense
Just walking.
what's wrong? let's get to there and see what's.
Oh,
No,
she
you can't-
was pointing
can't
over to
sense
the
anymore.
table. Yeah.
You can't sense it anymore.
She can't what?
She cannot sense it anymore.
Okay, but
Yeah,
does
because
she-
I failed miserably. I failed miserably.
Oh, so I guess she didn't sense the general direction of it, right?
Nope.
Ah, too bad. All right.
Yep. Okay, where do you guys want to go next? Go back towards the ship? Bring the speeder towards the ship?
Hey, what's up?
I think we bring the speeder towards the ship, take a look at it, and maybe since Logain is here, could assist me with that side quest.
Oh, good
Okay.
point. Yeah, so we'll take the speeders back to the ship, then work out what upgrades and stuff we need from them, and go buy them. By use
Yep,
to doing the mini quest.
Yeah, for sure. Unless we want to stop by at the
Actually, that's probably a better.
pod
Here.
racer shop and try to find out how much things are going to cost. Because we
It's
can
on-
talk about what we want to do, but if we don't have the funds to do them,
Good point. We can do that on the way because we have to pass there anyway.
Okay.
Let's go. Did he have
While
his-
we're walking
Come on,
out the
let's go.
cantina, I'm assuming Chen-Chio walks out too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
say to
following-
her,
I'm just following wherever Sigis goes. So Sigis walks away, I'll follow him.
yeah,
Yep.
I say, it's funny. The just navigators, the Azili assemble. In basic, they're called Skywalkers.
Care to tell me more about these Skywalkers that you talk about?
Not much to say. They're force-sensitive chiss, usually female, but they're young too. Usually, as they get older, eventually they lose their abilities, which is why I'm especially concerned with you because you're no chiss, obviously, but you're still not a child, obviously either. Just wondering why it's for them specifically.
But can I roll? Can I roll? Do I need to roll for lore to when he mentioned the Skywalkers?
Oh, I can
Okay.
repeat that.
But do you hear what I say? I'm gonna need to change the mic soon. But have you heard what I say just now?
I heard when you roll for lore to know about the Skywalkers.
Yeah,
Okay.
or
It's not-
donate.
It's not going to be specific to Luke Skywalker. If it's Luke Skywalker, you don't have to roll for lore. You basically know the guy. Okay. But if it's going to be a different type of Skywalkers, then you need to roll for lore.
Okay.
If it's mentioned the chiss that they actually are
Oh,
force
okay.
sensitive, at the end of the day, they lose their
That's funny.
abilities.
Okay, I got a net 1 just now, then I got a net 20 now.
Okay. Right. Gonna be taking the first one. Okay, the first roll. Yeah. You don't know what Crow is talking about.
No,
Maybe
no, Herbert. It's net 20, net 20, not the what. It's the net 20.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know about the Skywalkers, not Luke Skywalker. It's a different thing. Unless Crow mentioned Luke Skywalker.
He was talking about the Chiss Skywalkers, the
Yes,
female
the Chiss
navigators.
Skywalkers.
Yeah, in basic, like he knows how hard the chiss tongue is, so he pronounced it in basic as Skywalker.
Yeah. So that's actually the Chiss Skywalkers. Yeah. You know about those things. For this kind of thing, you want to make it roleplay better, you may have to do a Google check and type on Chiss Skywalkers on Google. Or Wikipedia will give you some information regarding
Yeah, you are having static right now. Herbert, you're having static right now. I can't hear you.
Okay.
He got the Android voice module upgrade.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Android module upgrade.
Yeah, because my son is downloading something on the PS4. Yeah, they can hear. So, okay. I also need to end very soon because my house is going to be very, very noisy. Okay. You need to do a Google check about it, but you don't have to. You just like straight off, you just tell Crow, yeah, I know about them. And that's about it.
I
Okay.
just copy pasted it. I had it
Yeah,
open.
copy paste. Copy paste.
Yeah. Yeah, you're still cool, you know about them. But the moment you actually arrive at Backfire Outpost, this is the place that you need to go to actually talk in regards to parts, which is going to be more expensive, or you can go to the junk shop and try to scavenge the parts from here, or you need to go further north again to the service yard or to the tight street further to the north to actually find a scavenge parts from Jawas. So the thing is, which is the choices that the three of you want to do, that all of you want to do? We should be buying parts from an actual shop, go to the junk shop, or head towards the north to talk to the Jawas. But we don't have much time, and then after that, we have to wait for the next session. It'll be like next week, and after that, this session have to be continued.
Mm.
Okay.
So,
Alright, bye everyone.
yeah.